Alright, everyone. It's the Patient Hodler coming at you with another live stream event on my channel. And I welcome each and every one of you who's already waiting in the chat today. We do not have a countdown. I'm doing this with another streaming software today. Big shout out to Veve Vault already for helping me to set up the live chat here in the last minute. I hope we are really live and we are and that you can see and hear what we have here. I'm just adjusting a little bit the window here so it's bigger. Seems good. How's it going? Hi Hodler. Okay, so that works. Let me just see here. Looking good. All right. The price actually doesn't look so good because it is not fully in the screen here. But I welcome each and every one of you. I see it's working. We have Veve Vault in the house. Hi Hodler. Hi Veve Vault. Thank you so much for helping me here with the OBS. You are a true veteran of that thing. And we are going to give you a little shout out here as well for the channel. We have Z-Phaser already in the channel discussing it before we went even live. Looking good. He says, let's get it. Omi to the moon. Trucking Hank is here. Hey, Trucking Hank. We have already been talking in the beginning as well. What else do we have? MZA is in the house. Exciting times. Sven Danis still considering to sell the news. That is actually something we need to discuss when we are looking here at the price action as it presents itself right now to us. This is a possibility. You are live, looks good. Yeah, we hear you. Let's go, Omi. Why are you selling your UR dinosaur? I have 4. Okay, it says Veve Vault. It's not me. I'm not selling anything. Despite the Kingo number 61 for 9.9 million. If someone wants to make me rich, then please go ahead. Otherwise, this is for you to be able to follow me on Veve. So if you go to the Kingo and you sort by lowest mint, there's the number 61 that I've listed. So that is how you can follow me on Veve for now. I think Veve playing out as something that integrates a little bit of social interaction. We should take care to have some followers there as well, right? But yeah, Veve Vault is selling a dinosaur. If you want one, you can get it there. Cheers, Patient Hodler, let's go. Says Eric. Caro is here as well. Caro is from the German Veve Fam, very active member in the German Telegram group at this point in time. Also, shout out to the German Telegram group. We have Smart Buy here as well. Thank you for the shout out before the stream already to Smart Buy and welcome to the stream. Hello, my friend. Greetings from Mexico. We have Mexico here. Gracias. I think you have better weather than we have. We have a couple of degrees over zero and rain here. So greetings to Mexico. I hope you live in a beautiful place, something like Cancun. This is the only place I know, I think. I have not been there, by the way. Just know it from the map. You live in Germany, Patient Hodler. I noticed on Samsung app I have so many extra costs. You buy into gems now on the web app. Yes, I buy the gems on the web app also because we have big extra costs on Apple. We have big extra costs on Android. And the web app at the moment is cheaper for everyone that earns and pays in euros. And there is a second factor to it why I would always consider if you are not needing it right away on the way to be able to participate on a drop, because basically you're helping Veve as well if you are buying on the web app, because they don't have to cover the 30% fees that the app stores are charging, and this would be actually a lot. We have energy. Let's go, Omi 000. That is a very hard position to defend at the moment if we're looking at the price action that you're seeing in the background. right? But let me know in the chat if you think this is going to be a buy the announcement, by the rumor event, and then sell the news. So could we see the retracement here, a selling event during that live stream or that premiere that we are going to watch here on the channel? Or are we going to see an absolute massive breakout, actually putting in a higher in the midterm? Or are we going to get rejected hard with maybe a fake out to let everyone believe that this is the last chance? Let me know what you believe is going to happen in the next minutes. We are going to watch this chart closely while it plays out. And while we are at it, because we have around 40 minutes to go, I just quickly want to test something with you so that we for sure have sound once this is going to happen here, the premiere in 38 minutes. So I'm going to, for the sound test, I'm going to take the Veve Vault channel here, just also to give a little shout out, because he puts not only up these drop streams here, but he's also putting up some very helpful analysis and drop tips. So whenever there's something changing in the drop mechanics, you can be sure that he's the first one to give it to us here in a little wrap up. So let's just click into this video just to test the sound here. And guys, let me know if...
What's up, my Omi homies and fellow NFT collectors? If you're like me, you've probably been having a little bit of trouble getting some of these big drops recently on scarce drops that Veve has been dropping on NFTs.
So if I pause it here and I comment and react,
they end up being worth a lot in the secondary market. So I wanted to do a little bit of deep digging, deep diving, and try to figure out if we can find out any good information or data that's going to help us to know our chances better and maybe even increase our chances better of getting these big drops. One thing that I looked at was recent drops that I had where I had my clock up at the same time.
I like
drops
this analysis
like the Miles Morales one and the Star Wars droid drop that we recently had.
So I'm gonna pause it here. If you want to watch this stuff, then you for sure as hell should head over to, I think, the biggest complete Veve, maybe sometimes Ecomi, but mostly Veve streamer here. Yeah, and thank you again for the shout out. So yeah, Veve Vault, you need more dinosaurs. I don't know what you all have with Veve Vault's dinosaurs, but thanks, Hodler. You're welcome. You absolutely deserve it, man. I said it before, I got most of the drops in October and in the bull run because of his drop tips, so you cannot go wrong with this. Unfortunately, I'm not hitting drops anymore that are very scarce, like the droids. I didn't hit the droids, I didn't hit Miles Morales, and the reason for this he's giving here, or at least an initial analysis he's giving here, where he maps out who gets drops when and where, and it seems to be related to the closeness to the US servers. So this is a very interesting analysis to watch after my stream. So yeah. But with that, we have our sound check. Smartbuy says sounds good. We can hear him. Thank you, Sven. Lol, when they drop back to 60, I'll buy again. I can never. So yeah, that's what we're having. We're having certainly a big rally, or it at least seems to be a big green dildos here on the price chart. But also in the Veve app. I mean, if I watch my portfolio, it's $1,000, $2,000 in the plus compared to last week's. Full transparency here, I'm honoring my name, and I mostly buy unless I get a flip like 20 gems under the price. I can snipe it and resell it right away, so I have a couple of gems I'm not selling. There was a space a couple of days ago that where some people were claiming that we as YouTubers do not put out enough transparency here. I think that is something that we always need to take care of, because people are sticking to stuff that we are saying. Just for the record here, I'm sitting right now on 112 collectibles, 315 comics, and only 18 because of the comic overweight. 18 full sets. The biggest problem is here is it. This is the stuff. So yeah, that for transparency reasons, I have around 1.4 million Omi tokens, which is not even close to what some others have, like Randy Chavez. But only for the transparency reasons, before this live stream here, this Omi related one, I wanted to get into this. So let's see what chat is telling me here. When waitlist. Yeah, well, you can get a waitlist if you want on the DC comic drop, a pretty big one. So maybe check that one out. Unfortunately, this waitlist system of the DC drop was not a good experience. Volume is appropriate, and I can hear fine. That sounds good. Did 2 to 3 FAR spiders sell last night? You mean what do you mean, like the Spider-Man, the Miles Morales? I think Veve influencers should push way more the waitlist. I think the waitlist, when they do a super scarce drop, they need the waitlist, because otherwise you have, like we see, for example, at Veve Vault's analysis of who got the drop or not, we see that the whole Asian region basically doesn't get drops. Asia Pacific. The funny thing is that they declared that Asia Pacific is the new focus for 2022 and 23, most probably more for 23 even. And if you want to focus on that, you should make sure that they have a chance to get in the drops, right? So what else do we see? Justin says the world isn't fair. If you want drops, that bad move. I don't understand, but I agree with you. The world isn't fair. You're just to get an edge over the rest so that you can perform well, right? Good morning, Mr. Patient Hodl. Good morning, Jimbo Lee Lingo. Nice name. Tricani says Italy. Greetings to Italy, or you are working in the IT. Q system sucks. Lottery systems for the win. Yeah, I agree with you. I think they should be playing around with many drop systems. They should be doing many different ones just to see what people like and what people don't like. PhD, I bought Doge at 0.06, sold at 0.14 on the Elon hype. You did everything right if you're not living in Germany, because if you're living in Germany and you do a trade like this, you get to tax the hell out of your profits, which is also the reason why I mostly sit on all the bags that I've already put together from less than a year ago, because I cannot take profits on it. Otherwise they will get so much taxes that I can also, like, I get taxed so much on the profits that I could rather sit on a 30% or 40% retracement than taking those profits. Hello, PH, just watched your VChain video, very cool. Hoping Omi drops again after this release, and I can add, said I missed out on so much. Okay, let's get into this quickly. You see the screen here with the Omi price action, and yes, if we are looking at where we are right now, then yes, we have a tremendous pump here. Let me just get my screen here a little bit. We have a tremendous pump. It feels like a tremendous pump from here to here of 50%. And definitely for a trader that doesn't get taxed in Germany, this is good. But if you consider this bottom move, where we also said we were gonna pick up, this was actually not hyped as much as today's pump, or yesterday's and today's pump here. It was actually a 70% reaction rally on the back of no news. So this is very interesting to me. And if we are zooming out, and this is something that I really want to put here into focus, if we are looking, and let's get out the lines of our picture here. If we are looking at the whole chart, so this is the whole chart here. First of all, if we are looking at the RSI right now, you see this, it's like it blew the roof, it blew the cap of this bottle here. It's over 90. So this is the highest daily, we are in the daily here, the highest daily RSI and Omi since this price action here. And this is facts. we are not. So you look at this RSI here, and this, we haven't seen an RSI as high as this. So what has happened when people chased this candle and started to get in here? Yeah, they were the kings of the move until it retraced here. And as you can see, every explosive move like this that gets into overbought territory has a retracement afterwards. So in my opinion, even though this is a very small move, unless it doesn't take out this high here, let me get this, oops, sorry about that. Let me get this quickly into the range. So unless it doesn't take out this high, which it doesn't at the moment, then we form still a lower high trajectory here. And then we need to see that this is being built right now at the on the back of a reaction rally, right? Let me see what you guys are saying. Ankish Story says, we trust you, bro. Don't trust me. And by the way, guys, this is not financial advice. I didn't say this in the beginning, but we always have to say this. And it's not because I want to tell you something and then DYOR, do your own research. I would never trust anyone on YouTube with back checking what they really said and if this is all true, right? So go for yourself, check the RSI. There is also another angle and perspective to this, because I mean, it's just a matter of fact that the lower low trajectory is a trend, and we follow the trend until it gets broken. Now, if we blast through this, these lines here, and we really take out this 0.002 and we open and close above it, I will change my narrative and my opinion, because then we have a midterm. It's right. Smart Buy says it. Don't trust me. Include my analysis into everything else. So we had remember this pump here. We had a lot of people that said here this is the last chance to buy, right? They said it here, and many people FOMO'd in because they thought it will go like this. But this doesn't happen in crypto. It never happens. If we go on this, we retest here and stuff like. So there are always, every move has corrective moves. Even flush sellouts like this have corrective moves, and then again, right? Nothing goes like this. It just doesn't happen. They should already use the waitlist dozens of times. When it fails, then they can fix, but they keep on waiting. Just drop some 1,000 items comics, adjust the mechanics, and the waitlist on the way. Yeah, I think this is also why they had a lot of these drops that are just sitting in the store, so that people get not frustrated. But the problem is that there's another level of frustration if your stuff goes below retail. Moni Lee is in the house. Hi Moni, how are you doing? Hello Pat, greetings from Joshua Tree National Park. I have no idea where that is, but greetings back to the National Park of Joshua Tree. Yo bro, looking so sharp today. Fred, thank you very much. We are all Omi hodlers. So yeah, that's because if we are all hodlers, we do not have a problem. Now, I want to, before we are going to quickly what we can expect from today's Omi stream, I want to quickly go into one more view here, because this is obviously the daily view, and if you are very zoomed in, you get another picture. We have these overbought ones, but let's look actually at something crazy which no one usually does, and that is the monthly view. Sorry, looks like abstract art here. Let me just get this. Let me just get this a little bit stretched out. My mouse wheel is still broken because I don't buy a new mouse. I buy Omi whenever I can. Okay, so let's get this here. So this is the monthly view, and obviously we do not have a lot of data. But what we get since 3 months or 4 months is, since August, we are getting the indicators. And this is very interesting because it goes contrary to what I just said. We see a massive decrease in volume since the data exists on a Zendex. And now on the monthly, the RSI looks very different, because since we have data, it's oversold. Yeah, it's oversold. So on the monthly, this looks like a very good accumulation period and actually basically like a flat line. All this price action that we have seen somewhere between 0.002 and 0.001, where we are DCAing and accumulating on the lows, is just one flat line. And if you look at from that perspective as a long-term holder, these are good prices to enter, right? And you shouldn't even care it's 0.0. It's still a matter of $100 and $200 for the same entry price. But overall, I'm just saying that this is potentially data that you should put into the perspective here, right? Because the month for someone who says, and many of you in the chat say, we are long-term holders, so then we should add long-term time frames, right? The only thing is that the momentum here in the stochastic RSI is more towards we are going down here as well, right? So me personally, with already having over 1 million Omi tokens, I can wait for a retracement. But if I had zero and I'm just discovering the project, I might get some 50 to 100,000 now, just in case it never comes back, just a couple of tokens, but have a lot of money on the sidelines when it retraces to then lower my average, right? So this is a type of strategy that basically says, hey, we play it safe with a couple of tokens, and then we're going to lower our average if we are right with our daily analysis. And the daily is the one that I'm looking for, like we did it right now. Let me just get again the lines. And guys, I'm not a TA guy. I use the TA to find better entry levels for me. And there is this one thing that I see, that these massive green candles always are followed by a retracement. So let's see. Anxious to hear the Omi OUP plan. Been awake since 5 a.m. waiting. Greetings from Kiel. Jan, greetings back to Kiel, to the eastern sea of Germany. Kiel, for everyone who doesn't know it, it's a beautiful city. It has the Kieler Week, which is a week where every sailboat basically goes out, like the sea is full of ships. Pretty darn good. And yeah, Jan, we're all excited for the OUP. My plan seems to be working. During bull market, I DCA'd into food. Now I have way more money to DCA into Omi during the bear. That's great. That's great strategy. And actually, I have to admit here, I bought a lot of my Omi at 0.005. My average is 0.004. So even if I would FOMO into this candle right now, I would be lowering my average. We cannot forget that. But obviously, everyone who is subscribed already to this channel, and if you're not, please go now, make some noise for the algorithm, because we have 22 minutes left on this historic Omi update. So we want to have the fam here to watch this. We want to see how the price develops. We want to discuss it. We are going to discuss it after the whole thing as well. And we are going to go into the overview, what we are expecting in 2 to 3 minutes here. But just to say this quickly, I could still lower my average at these points. But everyone who is subscribed to my channel knows that we have been talking about accumulating here, 0.0011, and I did. And we have been talking about cutting this fake pump out and DCAing in over all of this line here, right? And so far we are going fairly good with this strategy. And yeah, let me know how do you think we should react right now. So Vivolt says, perfect time to accumulate. I was buying Omi at 0.01 last year, so at 1 cent that hurts, but still, I mean, there was so much time to lower the average, and I think there will be still much more time, because we are going to be stuck in this bear market for a while, even though we might have found the bottom, which I do not believe, but looks more and more like we are, excuse me guys, very close to the bottom for Bitcoin. There is still a lot of room in the stock market to drop. There's still a lot of room for the Fed to fuck it up. There is so much room for a global recession to pull us down, and this will affect all the markets. But Omi is looking good. Omi is looking strong. These green candles mean retracement. I cannot agree more. Ankish says, but not a financial advice. It is never a financial advice on my channel, because if I would be able to give more than an opinion, I would make myself into a financial advisor and charge you all for this. But I do this here for my amusement and the couple of dollars that I get from time to time. Everyone who is building a YouTube channel knows that this eventually can be something that pays off. But if you would put the dollars that you get as a Omi YouTuber right now in comparison to the hours that we put in, you are working for less than $1 per hour. Just saying. So, but anyways, I think it's streaming is fun. So that this is the main objective. And there are many people that say, we are not here for the money. We are here for the money, but we are building long term throughout the bear market, right? Anyways, G Money says, not a TA guy, a TA wizard. Yes, okay. I'm going to, I'm a wizard. I can change my opinion based on TA and candles in a second. That's some wizard stuff here. I like green candles. Justin says it feels really good. If there's a reaction rally kicking in and you've been DCAing, you just get an idea what a real bull market will do to your portfolio, because you're like, the portfolio is jumping up a couple of $1,000 in a bear market. It just feels good. It just feels good. But you cannot get into the FOMO then and buy into the hype when you know or you're sure, due to your own overall research, that you are that it will retrace, right? Peeps seem to light this candle hocus pocus NFT. I don't know what that is, basically, Jerry. Vitimon says, PhD, would be funny to see you lose control during stream with excitement. You are always very measured and matter of fact. It's okay to let loose, my guy. Actually, it will certainly happen to me. It will. For example, if they would just occasionally drop something like a burn from circulating supply that we were not expecting, the problem is I'm I think we have a tendency to be a little bit more serious here in Germany, so this could be a reason. Other than that, in the bull market, you're probably going to see my face melt as well. So let's go there together, right? So let's pull up what we are expecting. I've taken here a screenshot or a screenshot so that I can mark this for you guys. You should see it now on the screen. So this is basically what we're expecting for from that video that is coming in 16 minutes. We are going to get an intro, so we will have to wait another 2 minutes for something substantial, and then we are going to see. I can mark this, but not on black. Anyways, we are going to see an Omi token portal introduction, which is going to be interesting because we are going to have a portal to manage our stuff. We are going to get into the Omi 101, where they basically probably are going to outline what Omi does until today, and that's taking them only 1.5 minutes because Omi doesn't do anything today, but probably what it's going to be. So then we are going to see what can I do with Omi tokens. I don't know why this is only 20 seconds long. I don't really know how they will put any information into that. Where can I buy Omi? So this will be basically an overview probably of the exchanges, and maybe I hope that they will fill in an exchange announcement here. That would be cool, but probably not. They will save this up for another update. We have so far, I think, 5 or 6 exchanges. We have Bitmart, Gate.io, Bitforex, Ascendex. What's there? What is the rest of the exchange? OKX is the fifth. Yeah. So then we are going to, so this is 5 exchanges. And guys, if you head over to CoinMarketCap and you look at how many exchanges there are in the existence, there are 521 more, no, 516 more exchanges to be listed on out there. And this number is steadily growing. By that, there is a chance of 100xing our exchanges if we were to be listed on all of the exchanges. So if it 100x's on the exchanges, do you think 100x on price is possible? Certainly so, because some of these exchanges are called Binance and Coinbase and Kraken that really, these candles that we're seeing right now will just look hilariously small in a real bear market. So then we have Omi. Where can I store Omi? Probably this will introduce also the Omi Safe Wallet and on the Veve app wallet and stuff like that. So then, how do I deposit Omi into Veve? This will explain probably how you transfer from layer 1 to layer 2 and vice versa. So you need to get your Omi onto a different layer, different from the exchanges, to put it into Veve and stake it there for the rewards. Then deflating the Ecomi token supply. This is very interesting because this is going to be, oh my god, painting with this is great, but this should be flames. Ecomi tokens supply burn. Then we are talking about the Ecomi Fam, which is pretty interesting because I cannot see what they are going to introduce there. But maybe, I remember they have asked about Ecomi YouTubers for a while. And maybe they are introducing quickly all of the YouTubers, and I hope I will be in that selection then. So this could be very interesting for all the YouTube guys and also for everyone who's watching, because you get an overview who updates you on the token. Then we have the Omi Utility Program. This will be the biggest part of the whole shebang. And then we will have crypto to gem, and this is obviously a very big question mark here for us, because will it include Omi? Will it include Ethereum? Which cryptos are included, right? And this crypto to gem is actually more bullish for Veve than really for Ecomi, because if we get all these degenerates that have been aping into the mutant apes and into the bored apes and CryptoPunks and whatever, yada yada, baby Doge whale NFTs, if we could get them with the crypto without having a fiat provider in the middle to on-ramp their stuff onto Veve, then we could see very wild prices, especially on the scarce collectibles. And there could be some hidden gems within the collectibles that suddenly could explode. For example, in the art space. So we never know what can happen and come from this, but this could be very bullish for our collectible stuff. Funding the Omi to gem pool. I have no idea what they are doing here. Omi to gem pool seems that Omi to gem is basically set. Omi to gem is here, so yeah, it's basically set. Then maybe, I hope that Omi to gem somehow works from an exchange directly without having to go through the layer 1, layer 2. Because if I think about people that hold Omi in my family, like my mother, my uncle, it will be very hard to explain to them how to transfer layer 1 to layer 2. So in order to get mass adoption onto this will be insane. Buybacks completion. I hope that they thought about this very seriously, because buybacks are a problem for the SEC, for regulators, and I'm still worried about some of the aspects. Although I think they are very careful with everything, we are going to be looking with a lot of interest onto the buybacks completion. We're also, if you guys don't mind, we are quickly pausing the video from time to time just to react what's going on, because some of these aspects could be mind-blowing. If not, I will just let it roll until there's really something to react to or something to tell, so that we are going to be up to date with all the other people that are just letting it run through. Tickets will be the raffle tickets by the Omi Utility Program. This will be very, very interesting. Veve Vault is excited for crypto to jam as well. Crypto to NFT is going to be insane. It's Veve in 3. You mean Corey? Who is Veve in 3? Oh, you mean the YouTuber? You mean that he got hired for being a community, let's say, influencer for Veve directly. I'm really happy for him that he got this position, because I think he's one of the most deep dive guys on all the collectibles. He did such an amazing job with his channel. So yeah, but this lineup here looks very bullish. Veve drop waitlist. There you have it. We have been talking about this beforehand. Burn reward points. This will be collectible burning. So if you have a comic that you don't like, maybe you can burn it. I'm still in the opinion that one of the most important things for collectible burning for points is a cool animation, so that you can take a video of that and flex how you just burned something valuable on Veve. That would be great. Dr. Strange says this is so bullish, 100. Jerry says, I'm not happy for him. Corporation ruining people. I think in his case, he basically will do a similar type of content, and I think he is a guy that really can bring value for us through to Veve, just by he is very capable, and Veve hiring someone who's proven capable and a very liked guy that is connected to a lot of the YouTubers within the fam. I think that this is a very great decision to go with Quarry in aka Veve in 3, aka Old Rhubarb, instead of someone completely new. I think this is a big deal, and I think they did the right choice there. And we're not losing so much because his channel was doing that anyways. How much Omi does everyone here have? Yeah, let me know in the chat. I just said I have 1.4 million roundabout, of which 1.2 million are on a ledger. Guys, only because we see some relief rallies, that doesn't mean that crypto exchanges are out of the, how do you say this? Out of the water or something like that? No, how do you say this? Out of the... They're not done. Like, there could always be one of those failing, right? So be sure to, if you have a massive amount of Omi, you're not staking it for the ridiculous 0.5%, that you have them somewhere secure. Kyle Wilson is there. Welcome to the stream, Kyle. I've seen your live stream before, Omi, what to expect. So make sure, guys, to be subscribed to Kyle Wilson as well. We have a Tiger raid here. Kyle Wilson is I think one of the first talking about Omi that I've ever followed. I'm watching his stuff occasionally because I don't have time, but I want to watch more. We have a Tiger raid in our chat. I really like that. Everyone who is here, please do me a favor and just like the stream, make some noise for the algorithm so that people can find their way into this stuff. What else are we going to get? Omi to NFT. There we have it. So these are basically confirmed. This is confirmed stuff. So we really have utility here already. The question is, they are announcing it today. They are going to bring out an article, and then they will implement this. So they're not going to press a button and implement this right away, because we are going to have a roadmap here, right? So there will be staking. And guys, staking is not the staking where you earn Omi. Staking is the staking for the staking tier, which is this staking rewards, which are the staking tiers. And hopefully we are going to see some new functionalities without the with the staking tiers 4 and 5, right? Guys, awesome painting skills. You can see it here. Staking quick reference guide. I have no idea what that is. And then the OUP reference guide. We are going to get a roadmap here for sure of everything. I think this is longer, right? Yeah, there we go. So as you can see here, this is the whole thing. Staking quick reference guide, OUP, development roadmap. And this will be very interesting because I hope that the Omi Utility Program has 1 to 4 phases, and I really don't want to see an expected 2025 for phase 4, right? So because then you have your retracement in the Omi token for sure. I have 10 mil, which means 10 million. Mr. K, congratulations, you're killing it. Future Ohm millionaire. Not enough O's. Have been having a blast the last week. By the way, we are closing in on the time for the stream. We are going to switch over that and waiting for it to start in a second, and then we are going to have a good time here, going crazy about this roadmap here. Feedback. What's feedback? Probably they're looking at the chat, right? Trust Wallet also great. I agree with you, Joe. Tyler Sheehan says, tiger. Okay, thank you for the tiger rate, guys. It's the eye of the tiger. My portfolio on Veve is pumping, says Jerry Clough. That is good to hear. I haven't looked at it in these hours right now, but I'm pretty sure once people understand how the value machine works, which I made a video about. If you haven't seen it yet, you should definitely check it out. It basically shows you back and forth how Ecomi and Veve will benefit the price action of one another. And this is going to be massive, guys. If you haven't seen that value machine video, you should go back to it and watch it. I will show you in a second where you can find it, or after the video if we do not have time anymore. What up, Grannis and Crawford? Definitely need more. Sure, we all need more. I think if we are not having several million, we still need more. I believe that we will have more time to accumulate at low prices. The question is how low they are. If they are, I will be happy if they stay below half a cent, half a penny for a while. Although I hope that we see a retracement where we can make a bigger move then after this. I think there could be a buy the rumor, sell the news event. So as we see right now, Omi has not broken the previous high yet, and we are going to see how it looks after the video, if we see a red candle retracing or if we are going to see a mind-blowing pump here. Smart Buy says 2 minutes. That's right. We are going to get into it here. So you see we have everything up and running. The chat is already let me show this to you. The video chat is pumping already. A lot of people making noise, which is very good for the Ecomi algorithm there. So yeah, we are going to watch this here together. If you have joined recently, welcome. And yeah, until it starts, we can still discuss. There are a lot of red circles in that live chat here, guys. I'll leave it like this so that you can see it until it starts. That is crazy. So there is a lot of. So you see the power of the Ecomi fam, guys. I mean, people are just going crazy, and I thank each and every one of you who is watching this with me here and is participating in this warm up. If you want, you can drop some brutal red circles and fire symbols and rocket symbols in my chat as well. Let's have it here. Let's have some party here together with them. What else do we have? Omi to the moon. Veve Versum is in the channel. Make sure to check out Veve Versum as well. German YouTuber. If you are capable of understanding and speaking German, then this is your go-to place to get daily dose of information about German Veve stuff. Sell me a T-Rex so you can get more Omi. It's starting, guys. Let's go. What is this? 2 minutes. Okay, guys, 2 minutes. Let me know if you can hear this little background music that they are playing. I hope this is one that I can copy. I'm going to put this back here into the frame. Let's have those red circles. Let's go crazy, guys. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel, and we are excited, guys. We're excited. This is what we are expecting. We're excited. Let's go. As Veve Vault says, let's go. Let me know if you can hear alright. Veve Vision is here. Welcome, Veve Vision. Make sure to check out Veve Vision. Ecomi will be life changing, that's for sure. Where's the stream? It's on the Ecomi official channel if you want to watch it there. When come back? Oh yeah, right. When come back? We see in the Ecomi live chat there with Padua is already there. There are those people making noise in that chat. Turned on some loud. Okay, let's turn down a little bit. Is this better, guys? It starts now. Is this better? Let me know. Let's go, guys.
Ecomi fam, it is finally time to start talking about the Omi token and the Omi Utility Program. Now, before we get there, I just want to extend a huge thank you to everybody, not only for their patience, but for all of their contributions and all of the ideas that have come in since we released the first version of the OUP. Without all of your help, it wouldn't be what it is today, and I really look forward to collecting your feedback on what we've put together. So before we get started, big thank you to everybody for that. I'd also like to extend a special thank you and shout out to Adam, without whom this program would not have been as comprehensive as it is right now. So massive thank you to him for all of his assistance up until this point and moving forward. What I'm showing you today is the Omi token portal, right? And this is really designed to be the new front door or homepage for the Omi token, right? And I've tried to compartmentalize all of the Omi token information, really easy to understand sections. I look forward to collecting your feedback as to how easy that is. But it's really designed for you to discover everything there is to know about the Omi token, whether you're new here or you've been around the fam for a while. So that includes things like the token metrics, contract address details, how you can buy Omi, where you can store Omi, how and where you can use it in the Veve app, being part of the Omi Utility Program, and of course, how you can use your tokens everywhere else in the ecosystem, whether it's play to earn gaming, play to burn gaming, or anything else that the fam comes up with. So I'm really excited to showcase this to you today, and then we'll get into the Omi Utility Program. Now, I just want to point out that this portal is designed to be constantly updated, whether that's with new information or we alter the information that's there to make it easier to understand. Now, that does include some of the numbers and the features that we have in the Omi Utility Program, because of course, we want your feedback. And there's plenty of opportunity for you to submit your feedback through the portal if you can't join us for an Ecomi AMA. All right, fam, let's get into it. This is your first appearance of the Omi token portal, and I'll give you a brief overview before we dive into the sections. So you can see here at the top that we have all that pertinent information, the last time the portal was updated, our most recent announcements and blog posts, and of course, whenever the next Ecomi AMA is scheduled. Obviously, once this goes live, we will be taking all of your questions in as many places and formats as possible. We then have the Omi 101 section, which we'll get into in a moment. As I mentioned, this is your front door for the Omi token, where you can find everything you need to know about the token and direct new people to the fam here if they've never heard of it before. After which we will go through the Omi Utility Program. Quick glance there before we get there.
Oh, the
this is just a placeholder for the Veveverse. Just be aware of that. We'll come to it later. And of course, then we have all of our social links and a community directory so that you can find the Ecomi Fam, the Veve Fam, and anybody who creates content about our project. So let's get to it. We'll dive into the Omi 101 sections, just a very brief overview so you understand what is here, and then we'll dive into the Omi Utility Program. What the heck is Omi? All right. We have short answers. We have long answers. You can find all of the token details and metrics here, the supply details, both the original metrics and the current supply metrics. Obviously, we have burnt and deflated the token supply by quite a lot since this began. Here, you'll also find details on what you can do with Omi tokens. That means whether it's in Veve or in the wider community. And more specifically, how you can use Omi tokens in the Veve app. Now, this is a very brief overview of some of the OUP features, but I would recommend that you take the time to go through the entire Omi Utility Program to truly understand how these features will work and interact with each other. Now, I will take every chance that I get to remind you that you cannot send Omi tokens from an exchange to your Veve wallet. Okay, Veve lives on layer 2. Omi tokens that you purchase or store on an exchange are on layer 1. Now, you do risk losing them if you send them to your Veve app before you bridge them. So just pay attention to that. There are plenty of instructions here, and we'll go through them as we go through this. So, brief overview of Omi, what it is, where you can use it. Same thing with Veve. A brief overview of Veve, what it's used for, what you can do with it, some highlights, how you can find all of the Veve resources to learn more about that if you are new here, including types of transactions, Veve content creators, and anything that's applicable there. Similarly, what can I do with Omi tokens? As I mentioned, this is really a broad level overview of where you can use your tokens. Play to earn gaming, play to burn gaming, watch to burn, learn to burn, and premium Veve analytics, as well as where you can use the token inside the Veve app. Where can you buy Omi? This is very crucial. And I understand that up until this point, a lot of our information is very fractured. It's across the blog and socials and old articles. So I'm really trying to bring everything under one roof. Now, this includes centralized exchanges, decentralized exchanges, token swaps, if you're using MetaMask or Coinbase. And within each section, I've listed each exchange. And if there were community content guides, as in anybody has made content about how to use a particular exchange, you'll see that those guides are included here. Okay, we have the original announcement article, any guides in English, French, German, and everything else. So if you have created a guide on how to use a particular exchange, or you want to create one now, please let us know and send it to us, and we'll add it to this list. It can be in any language that you choose. Now, similarly, decentralized exchanges, as some of you will know, Uniswap is the only DEX that we are currently listed on. We do have a community-run Uniswap pool, which you can choose to contribute liquidity to if you would like to. And there are instructions there on how to go about it. There's also instructions on token swaps. And again, same as the centralized exchanges, I have included some guides here on how to swap ETH or USDC or whatever the token is you happen to have for Omi tokens, which we can now do thanks to being on Ethereum. Once you've purchased your Omi tokens, you will, of course, want to know how and where you can store them safely. So we have an entire resource here that will not only educate you as to the important parts of crypto security, right, and the most important part being your seed phrase, but also the differences between hot and cold wallets, what is an Ethereum wallet, where you can store these things, is it safe to leave your tokens on an exchange, and of course, how and where you can store your tokens in the Veve app. Now you'll see here there are detailed instructions. These are already on the Ecomi blog, but I have broken them down just to be a bit more succinct and help you to find the direction that you are trying to go in. So please start with the difference between layer 1 and layer 2 if you are new to this kind of technology. And if you follow these instructions step by step, you will make it through the bridging process no problem. Now, a key part of the Omi 101 section, of course, is really bringing together all of the components of the utility program and community initiatives that serve to deflate the Omi token supply over time. As many of you know, all of the token unlocks are now complete. All tokens have been vested. So the circulating supply of tokens that is currently available is the maximum supply of tokens that will ever be available. So take the time to go through this, understand how this system is going to remove Omi tokens from circulation, be it through the Omi Utility Program and the Veve token system, or community initiatives. Now, you will find here some system schematics, and we'll go through this in the OUP section, but you can absolutely toggle your way through these to find the individual components, and you'll see them broken down more specifically on the Omi Utility Program pages. This is also a great resource to find our community partnerships and initiatives, whether they were initiated by us or the community just took charge and began burning Omi tokens. So please take the time to look at those, support our creators in the fam, and support burning Omi from the supply. It really benefits everybody at the end of the day. Now, the last section of the Omi 101 that I really want to highlight is our community directory. As many of you know, there are some incredible content creators in the fam, both on the Ecomi side and the Veve sides of the house, but it can be really hard to find content creators that you connect with or whose content you really enjoy. So this is designed just to bring all of the content creators into one place so that you as a viewer can come here and select anybody you would like to watch. In the Ecomi section, we have content creators that are dominantly focused on Ecomi and Omi content, but of course we know that most of you will reference Veve and Veve collectibles at some point because they are directly tied to each other. Now, please don't panic if your profiles are not included here. The ones that made it into this directory so far commented on a Twitter thread a few months ago, so I tried to include everybody that was there. But of course, we have a Google form now at the bottom of these pages so that you can submit or request to update your profiles. We made it, fam. The Omi Utility Program. So you can access this from the homepage of the Omi token portal. And we've broken out each section here so that you can quickly reference those guides as well. What each feature is, what we'll need for it, our development roadmap, a quick reference guide so that you can come and pull out all of the numbers and figures that you need. And we also have a section for wish lists, ideas that we've kicked around or that the community has provided since version 1 came out. There's also some feedback forms there, and I really implore you to fill those out so that we can really gauge the features that people are excited for and take a look at anything that needs to be updated or possibly tweaked. But to kick off the Omi Utility Program, I would suggest you start here, as the title says. And this really just gives a little bit of an intro and some background into what the Omi Utility Program is, the goals that we're really aiming for here. You can watch another little video there that explains this as well. And then we compartmentalize our utility program info into 2 main categories. We have primary activities, which is where you are transacting with Veve in some capacity. And we have secondary activities, which is where you are obviously transacting with another Veve collector. And I think that really helps to segment information, although there is, of course, a lot of crossover between them. So go through them in order, and I will today as well. We'll go through each feature, and then I'll show you how it all ties into the OUP staking program so that everybody understands where this is headed. All right, let's get into it. Crypto to gem. Now, many of you may know this as the crypto pay-in feature. Similar to the way you currently use your credit card to purchase gems in the app, you will soon be able to use other cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDC, anything like that, to acquire gems, which you can then use inside the app. Now, this is a massive boon, I think, for the market. Right? It should help to add some liquidity and bring in new users and really bring in a bit more of the traditional crypto space who may not have come to us yet. But what this actually does, on any incoming transaction, any crypto to gem transaction, there is a 3% fee. And that fee will pay the payment provider service fee, And the remainder of it goes into what we call the Omi to Gem pool. Okay, so just as an example here, if the fee is 3% and the payment provider fee is 1%, then 2% of that will go into the Omi to Gem pool. And I'm really excited to share that with you because the Omi to Gem pool actually returns the ability to buy gems with Omi tokens, which is one when I am very happy to tick off the list and be able to return. So let's dive into that. Now, this will make more sense as we get to the next page, the Omi to Gem page. But I just want to take a moment to point out that the Omi to Gem pool is really going to become a core piece of the utility program and everything we do moving forward. So initially, the team has opted to fund this pool with $1 million worth of gems, 1 million gems. They will be redeemable for Omi tokens, and obviously all of those tokens are then permanently removed from circulation. We will also be feeding this pool with the crypto to gem pay-in feature, the fees collected there, and some additional fees will supplement it through the Omi Utility Program, which we will get to. So take the time to look at this. You can also see here, as I mentioned earlier, we broke down these schematics just so you understand which part of the overall token system this feature applies to. Omi to Gem. I'm really excited to share this with you because it was one of our original tokenomic designs and obviously gave Omi token holders a way to get into the Veve app and use their tokens to buy collectibles. Now, there's a whole range of reasons that had to be removed from the original plans, but thankfully we have found a really creative way to reintroduce that token utility. So as I just mentioned, these gems are funded initially by the team with $1 million worth of gems. Then they'll be primarily funded through the fees collected on crypto pay-in and supplemented through OUP seller fees, which we'll get to. Now, when you're going through this portal, you can jump straight to those sections to understand what we're talking about, but I would still recommend taking the time to progress through this in order to really understand what's happening. Again, we have all of our numbers and details here on these schematics. And when staking is live, you will actually get a tier discount on the gems you purchase. So if you're at staking tier 5, you'll have a 2.5% discount on purchasing gems. It makes it a little bit cheaper to use your Omi tokens to acquire those gems. And of course, no fees apply to purchasing these gems because it's really designed to let Omi token holders get into the app and to deflate that circulating supply. Now, the Omi to Gem feature isn't just exciting because it brings back our originally planned utility, being that you can enter the app using your Omi tokens. But it also serves as a really creative way to replace the buybacks. Now, I don't think this will be a surprise to anyone, but the regulatory clarity around buybacks is still such a grey area that it's just been decided to remove them from the system so that we can move forward fully with this utility program. Now, as we have mentioned to you in the past, if this was the case, we would do something that had a equal to or greater impact on the circulating supply of tokens than the buybacks would have. And you can come here to find all of the numbers. But as you will see, based on the daily price of Omi and Veve store revenue, this is net revenue as we designed, the original buyback model would have removed about 3 billion Omi tokens from the circulating supply. Now, the system was obviously never 100% able to be fully implemented. So instead, we've taken the gross revenue figure of all store sales dating back to the beginning of Veve and averaged them against the daily price of Omi over that time. So we'll actually be burning 5.6 billion tokens from the business development fund. Now that reduces the circulating supply of Omi tokens by a massive 1.8% and also reduces the company business development fund by about 13%. Now, as I mentioned, in addition to burning those tokens, we will be funding the Omi to Gem pool with another $1 million worth of gems on top, which will also serve to remove circulating supply of Omi tokens. So you can come here, see the numbers, see how we've explained it, and of course ask us any questions, but it should be pretty clear once you visit this page. OUP ticketing system is something really new compared to the first version that we introduced, and it's designed to add a fun layer of gamification to the app, but also give you ways to out-strategize other collectors, build your Veve NFT collections, And all of these are offered as staking rewards as well, which we will get to. So in the first version of the OUP, we had what is now the bronze tickets. Now, the bronze tickets can be purchased with OMI tokens. Effectively, you are burning $1 worth of OMI for one bronze ticket. And those tickets can be redeemed for an additional spot in the VV waitlist. So if there's a digital collectible drop that you really want to get your hands on, you can go in, grab a bunch of bronze tickets, submit them to the drop, and increase your chances of landing that collectible. Once those bronze tickets are purchased with OMI, those tokens go permanently out of circulation. So once you have acquired a bronze ticket, you have to use it. Now, bronze tickets don't expire. So that's one important thing to note. And at the moment, we're planning for them to be transferable. So if you'd like to do giveaways or anything like that, bronze tickets will really become your ticket to doing that. Silver OUP tickets. Now, silver tickets let you waive the buyer fee for any single transaction in the OUP. Now, this will make a bit more sense as we get into the staking tiers and all of that. But silver tickets may be the difference between you making a transaction or not, and it may help you to build your collections. Now, silver tickets are non-transferable and non-refundable. However, you can trade silver and gold OMI tickets on the marketplace. It will only be available for trading in OMI tokens. But if I'm in a higher staking tier and I receive silver or gold tickets and I don't want to spend them myself, I can always trade those with other users. So just keep an eye out for that as the game develops. Similarly, gold tickets, once they're available in the app, are designed to help you build your NFT collections. So a gold ticket can be redeemed in a VV waitlist drop, and it effectively guarantees you a collectible reservation. Now, the only thing that might change that is if there are more golden tickets submitted than there were collectibles available. And if that is the case, you will still be randomly selected amongst the gold ticket holders. And if you do not receive a collectible reservation, you will have your gold ticket refunded. So take the time to go through this page closely. We have all of the rules and all of the guidelines set out here, as you see. Now, it's important to understand that while bronze tickets do not expire, gold and silver tickets do. This will make more sense as we get into the staking program. But effectively, you will receive gold tickets or silver tickets in each staking season, or you can purchase them from the market in that season. But at the end of each season, both gold and silver tickets will expire. The benefits of bronze and gold OUP tickets may not make a lot of sense until you visit the VV drop waitlist page. This explains the new drop system that is coming to VV and effectively makes your bronze and gold tickets useful. Right? Now, as you will see here, we have details on how and where those tickets can be used and submitted, some rules around those, but please bear in mind some of these are subject to change as this system is actually developed. Now, at the moment, the intention is that a certain percentage will be held for gold ticket reservations or allocations, whereas the bronze tickets will help you, will give you more chances in the drop waitlist. At the end of each drop, we will definitely aim to post drop results so that you can see how many bronze tickets were submitted, both the highest and lowest amount that were awarded a collectible allocation, and similarly, how many gold tickets were entered into each drop as well. Burn reward points are really just a fun way to reward you as a token holder anytime you are using or spending your OMI tokens. Now, you can come to this page and understand which sections of the OUP will require you to spend OMI tokens, and the value of your burn reward points is equal to $1 worth of OMI burnt equals 1 point. And you'll be able to see those in a personal burn reward meter. Now, the idea here is that these points can be redeemed for a range of things inside the app, be it additional bronze tickets. You can also spend them on fast tracking through staking tiers. And this was really designed because staking is expected to be the last OUP feature rolled out, but there will be plenty of ways to use and spend your OMI tokens before we get there. So from the moment that you can use OMI in the app, you will have a burn rewards meter it will start to accrue value based on the Omi that you are spending. And when staking is live, you can choose to use those points to fast track those tiers. Omi to NFT, another huge item that people have been waiting to hear more about. And now that we've effectively returned utility for Omi in the Veve store, it's time to add it to the Veve market. Now this page will detail everything you need to know about Omi to NFT, and that's really referring to collectibles and accessories when they are available. However, we have broken those out into a separate page. Now, as you can see here, there are some basic rules, and there are some fees that will apply based on your staking tier. Right? Now that's important to understand, not only because you can move up the staking tier to pay less fees, it's also an incentive for staking tier progression, but it will affect everything you do inside the app. So the fees for buying and selling with Omi in the market are based on your staking tier. On the buyer side, there will be a fee paid in Omi tokens that is permanently burnt from circulation. Now, on the seller side, there will be a gem fee that is paid that will fund the Omi to gem pool and help to supplement that. So effectively, 100% of the fee attached to any Omi transaction in the market will burn Omi tokens from the supply. Just depends on whether it happens at the time of transaction or whether it happens through an Omi to gem purchase later. Here you will see those fee tiers, which you will also find in the staking tier. So if you're a no-tier staker and you are purchasing a collectible using Omi tokens, you will pay a 2.5% buyer's fee in Omi tokens. If you're a no-tier staker and you're selling a collectible for Omi tokens, you will pay a 2.5% gem fee that will contribute to the Omi to gem pool. Obviously, the higher the staking tier you are, the lower your fees are. So some incentive there to help you move up those rungs as well. Again, here is the Omi token flow schematic, just so you can see that 100% of buyer fees go to the reserve, 100% of seller fees go to the Omi to gem pool, and that breakdown of your fee tier depending on your staking tier. These listings will have to be market listings. They can't be auction listings, at least initially. And that's because through an auction listing, we can't determine the gem seller fee and we can't determine the licensing royalty fee ahead of time. So initially, all Omi listings in the marketplace will just be buy and sell listings. But this system will be under constant review, and we hope to remove some of those barriers to entry as time goes on. As I mentioned, Omi to accessory, very similar to the Omi to NFT page. There's an early Veve demo here if nobody's seen it. But in the same fashion that you can list and trade items for Omi, collectible items, you'll be able to do that with accessory items as well. Now that we've run through the bulk of the features, it's important to understand how they all come together through the OUP staking program. If you're new to crypto or new to the community and you don't know what staking is, effectively, it just refers to locking some tokens up for some sort of perk or reward or in-app benefit. I've explained all of this here and some of the different examples of where you will see the term staking used. So if you are new, please take the time. And as you can see, there are a few components to the staking program, but I have tried to summarize them here for you if you do not want to go through all of the details. Staking tiers and fast tracking. There are 5 staking tiers, and each one has a different dollar value of Omi tokens that you need to lock up in order to receive those tier benefits.
Now, this is going to be very interesting.
Now, all stakers will start at tier 0, and you will have the choice to either stake some Omi tokens and begin the timer to unlock the next amount, or fast track through the tiers. Now, fast tracking literally means you will spend some Omi tokens in order to progress. But there are a range of reasons that people may want to progress through tiers faster, be it cheaper transaction fees or progression bonuses or the perks available at each tier. So take the time to look through these. I've explained those components here as to what each one is. And you will also see the staking amount and the fast track cost. Now, this fast track cost is just 20% of the next tier's staking value. And you can see here
Guys, this is extremely big that the fast track cost is not percentage wise anymore. On the dollar value, yes, but it's bound on dollars. So you are going to either way burn $500 of Omi tokens.
The unlock period. So if I stake $2,500 worth of Omi at tier 1, the timer will begin and it will take 15 days before tier 2 is unlocked. I can then increase my stake and begin enjoying the benefits of being a tier 2 staker. Similarly, I can wait 30 days for tier 3 to unlock and add to my stake. Now, if I want to rush straight from no tier to tier 4 or tier 5 in the very first staking season, I can also choose to fast track. And that will cost $2,000 or $4,000 worth of Omi, the total amount of which is burnt, permanently removed from circulation. There are also a range of rules around staking and unstaking, how each staking season works. Each season is 3 months or 1 quarter, when you can unstake, and all of those features. Now, just to point some of them out, there is a 10% early unstake penalty. So if you stake at any time during any staking season and then change your mind, you can withdraw your stake, but 10% of that stake will be sent permanently out of circulation. In the last 10 days of each season, we have a grace period. In that grace period, you can withdraw your stake at no penalty. Right? So everybody can get into staking and out of staking at no cost. However, you will forfeit the following season's rewards and perks, which we'll get to in a moment, which are issued after the end of season snapshot. So just be aware of that, and please take the time to read these rules so that you understand how it all takes place. Now, this staking schedule is just an example. Okay, it's not suggesting that we will start on January 1. As I mentioned earlier, staking is likely to be the last implementation of the OUP. But whenever it starts, this just gives you some insight into how those staking seasons run and when those snapshots will be.
Okay, so this is important as well. So staking is the last one to be implemented.
Of course,
not even coming in the beginning of next year.
Staking wouldn't be as exciting if you didn't know what you were getting. So let's take a quick look at these. Each season, we plan on issuing an exclusive but non-licensed digital collectible as a staking reward. Now, this can be a whole range of things. We can do artist collaborations and VV-related content, but these will be exclusive to Omi stakers. And the number of editions minted will actually depend on how many people are staking at each tier. If I am a tier 5 staker, I will receive the tier 5 collectible reward and the entire set. So you'll actually receive tier 4s, 3s, 2, and 1. Whereas if you were a tier 2 staker, for example, you would receive your staking reward and the tier 1 staking reward collectible. Now, as you can see here, from tier 3 and above, each season you will be issued with a golden ticket allocation. But I will take the time to point out that we want to collect your feedback on this. Do you think that these incentives are strong enough for you to progress those tiers? And just be aware that we can always tweak these numbers later to be more suitable. I would argue that we probably will once the staking program is live, when we actually have the data to determine which tiers are working, which incentives are strong enough, and which ones are not. Now, to supplement the seasonal staking rewards, we also have annual staking rewards for those participants who leave their stake untouched for a full 12 months, or who participate in the staking program and move their way through the tiers. Now, this does not matter if you were tier 1 in season 1, because your annual staking reward will be based on whichever tier you are in by the end of the year. So if you make it to tier 4, you will receive the tier 4 annual staking rewards and your tier 4 seasonal staking rewards for that first season of year 2. This also includes a allotment of OUP tickets and, of course, a more exclusive collectible allocation. And there are a few other ideas that we have to supplement the annual staking program, which will add to this over time. We also have a one-time progression bonus. So each time you move through a staking tier, you will receive an allotment of OUP tickets as an added award. Now, it's important to understand you can only receive these progression bonuses once. So if you stake at tier 3 and unlock 30 bronze tickets, 2 silver and 1 gold, and then decide to unstake in that season, you won't lose the tier that you had already unlocked, but the next time you restake, you won't receive this bonus award. The last component of the OUP staking program is our quick reference guide. So you can come here and easily find the information that you need on each staking tier, be it tier 1, tier 4, tier 5, including the progression rewards, buyer and seller fees, which collectibles you'll have access to, and everything else that is available to those tiers.
We are going to listen.
You'll also find our staking schematic, and as you can see here, 100% of fast tracking fees will be removed permanently from circulation, as is 100% of the early withdrawal fee. A reminder that that is 10% of your Omi stake if you withdraw outside of the grace period. Similarly, we have a quick reference.
We are getting the portal link after this video on Twitter. So we are going to go out through all of this on the stream.
Guide for the entire Omi Utility Program. Again, you can scroll through each of these schematics to break down the components. You can also find all of the fee information on buyer and seller fees, which transactions they apply to, and of course our staking tiers and fast tracking quick reference guide and reward summaries. Another when bites the dust, fam. We finally have a development roadmap.
Ooh.
Now, one thing I will point out here, these are all of the features coming or currently in development in the OUP, and some of these are core infrastructure and some of them are the features and utilities. So the more of the Omi logo that you see around each item, the more developed that it is, or the closer it is to completion. As you are probably aware, crypto to gem is quite close, and from the moment that that comes into effect, the Omi to gem pool will begin accruing value and accruing those gems. The Veve waitlist drop system is also almost completed, and we will be running test drops by the end of this year. And some of the infrastructure has begun in order to buy Omi within the web app. Now, in addition to the roadmap, we have also added some color to the development path. Now, this is in no way an exhaustive list, but it is designed to give you some insight and some color into what it actually takes to design, scope, develop, and test each of these features before it makes it into.
Did you see on the roadmap there are only 2 things that are coming by the end of the year, basically, or one thing?
Any sort of beta testing, and then public testing, and then to the point where we're comfortable saying the feature is live and ready to use. Now, these pieces are what we consider to be the core infrastructure and features required before we can get into the actual Omi utilities. As many of you know, crypto to gem is close to completion and will likely be the first piece that goes live. And from that point, those fees will start accruing to the Omi to gem pool. We've detailed a few of the items that you should be aware of as to what is required for that feature to go live, and we've done the same thing in this entire development path. Again, not an exhaustive list, it is just designed to give you some insight into this process. Before we can get to the Omi utility features, we also need to build layer 2 infrastructure. So that actually means layer 2 spot wallet infrastructure and layer 2 staking wallet infrastructure. And that will operate in a similar way to a crypto exchange, where all of the transactions take place in these spot wallets and then are eventually committed on-chain when you withdraw to your personal wallet. So we need that first before staking can go live. We need it before any real layer 2 Omi transactions can take place. And of course, the third core component is the burn rewards points tracker. Now, this needs to be live by the time the first Omi feature is live in the app, so that anything you spend your Omi tokens on, you will start to accrue those burn reward points. When we get to the utility systems, these are the fun parts where you can use your Omi tokens, we have a bit more flexibility. And we'll look for your feedback and opinions to determine which features you would like to see developed first. There may be some reasons as to the order that we have to do things in, but where available, we will look for your input. So keep an eye out for an upvote option. We will obviously announce this on our socials as we get closer to this implementation. But if you take the time to go through each feature, you will see the prerequisites to build each feature. For example, layer 2 spot wallet for Omi's NFT. And you'll be able to understand a bit more of the plan, the roadmap, and how it will all develop. Below that, you'll find what we call the extras. And these aren't items that are left out. They're just items that are a little less integral to this entire system. So we're talking Omi to accessory, and there's obviously a lead time there in creating and indexing all of those accessory items. Premium market listings, which will come later as well. And of course, the renting of collectibles. Now, as more details become available, we will add information to this development path and, of course, update our main roadmap schematics so that you can see what pieces are being worked on and when. The last section of the Omi token portal that I really want to highlight is this wishlist and proposal section. Now, as you know, we always look for your feedback when we're designing these systems, and we really hope that you will continue to provide that to us so that we can build an effective utility program that everybody enjoys and wants to use. Now, on this page, we will maintain a couple of lists. The first one is for open items and ideas. And we've thrown in a bunch of examples and pieces that we have discussed in the past 9 months, 12 months, reasons as to why they have or haven't been included potentially, considerations if we were to include them. And fundamentally, this is because the utility program that we are putting forward today will continue to grow. Once we build these features, we will look to the next range of features to add to make your Omi tokens even more usable and versatile in our own ecosystem. So take a look at these before you send in your feedback, just to see if we've already mentioned them and any reasons why. And then, of course, please submit yours if you have them. We also ask that you submit questions, ideas, feedback, if there are any broken links, if anything is not.
Don't worry, I'm going to submit my feedback weekly on the channel, daily on the channel.
Explained clearly enough or well enough, please let me know so that I can update that and make it easier for everybody to understand. And once you've had time to really digest the utility program and think about this from your own point of view, we're also opening up the option to submit an OUP IP, or an Omi Utility Program Improvement Proposal. Now, this can give us suggestions as to how we may change some of the already existing features, or it can be a brand new utility or idea that we may not have thought of. But if you're submitting an OUP IP, I really implore you to take the time and consider this from all angles. How would it work? What would it require from a development point of view? Is it actually feasible to implement? Will it help you collect on Veve? You know, all of those pieces that need to feed into these items before they can be considered. But if you have all of that together and you would like to submit an OUP IP, you can do this live in the form right on this page. And there you have it, friends. The Omi token portal and the Omi utility program have it in a nutshell. I really look forward to discussing this with you. So please join us for the next Ecomi AMA, which you will be able to find on the homepage of the Omi token portal. In the meantime, have a fantastic weekend. Take some time to digest all of this information, and we'll chat about it next week. See you then.
That was it, guys, for the video, but we are going to wait for the link that is going to be dropped on Ecomi Twitter, so we can really make our own assessment here, while the price of Omi does exactly what we have discussed in the beginning of the stream in the warm-up. So as you said, some people were giving some very good comments here in the live chat that I want to address. So first of all is free fall. Yeah, maybe we will see. We expect this. Also, I just quickly want to get into. I just opened the 4-hour chart so we can see it, but we should quickly get into that. It happened exactly as we were expecting here. We didn't put in a higher high. A massive sell wall of over 70 million Ecomi was placed down here to absorb all the FOMO guys that, by recommendation or not, always get that this is the last chance to get into Omi. this is the last chance, right? So they get dumped on now because what we actually have is a low liquidity token with a lot of whales that are doing the buy the announcement, sell the news style. And then there were also some not so impressive information inside. So what can I tell you? I said it also last week in the video, if we would go back, that I will not chase a green candle like this, as we have done. But once they, and I think they didn't post it quite yet, but once they are dropping this portal, we are going to take a quick look here at Ecomi. Let's see if we can get this portal link already. This is 9 hours ago. Do we have any tweet of Ecomi? Not yet, so we can discuss a little bit more of what we have heard right now. So let's wrap up here. Not wrap up. Let's sum up what are the bullish factors of that program. So 5 staking tiers as expected. The staking times, as we have seen, have been reduced. So first tier is instant, apparently. I don't like this. I would love to have every tier with a waiting time to access the benefits, to incentivize the go-through fee, the fast track fee. So let's say even if it would be only 24 hours or 48 hours on the first tier, I would like that more, because then Dr. Profit has to put in the $1,000 and instantly burn something to get to the perks of that tier. Once we get the link, we are going to look especially into the perks, because the rest that has been announced, and we are going to look into that roadmap, because I think that roadmap shows us why potentially the Omi token is going to be sold off more. Again, why we are going to have a long time of accumulation in front of us. Randy is staying poor for a couple of years now, says Mehdi. Well, 150 million Omi tokens is definitely not being poor. And there will be some volatility, which I don't know if he's taking advantage of or if he's only stacking. But Energy says it here already very good. Let's buy more NFT. They were first moon. And this is correct if we believe the roadmap that they have put out. Because we have seen that the waiting room system is coming, which is not so important for that, but important for the overall user experience. And then the crypto to NFT is the second one to come in the end of the year. So it's really unbelievable, guys. It's unbelievable that this is mooning, but the crypto is not. That the NFT is not. Sorry. It should be vice versa, because of what Energy just said. The moment that you can get crypto to NFT and people are throwing money that way into the app, the collectibles should moon, like especially the grails, the first appearances and everything else. So I am potentially going to follow the strategy that Energy just put out here and accumulate more cheap collectibles, because I mean we have secret rares below 50 gems on the app, so I'm going to get more of those. Because it gives you Master Collector Program points, and those are the ones that are going to moon first, probably. How many people gonna stake Omi worth $40,000? These people are crazy with their tiers. So it depends all on the perks of tier 5, how many people are going to do it, but I bet there are some very interesting ones to benefit whales to play around. So I think there are a lot of people going to do this, and the whales, they will not care about the $1,000 or $2,000 fee to break through. So we're going to see some pretty nasty burns there on the circulating supply, which is good for us as long-term holders. But the effects will only kick in potentially in the end of 2023, because we have heard that staking is going to come with the last phase, and the last phase, even at the fictitious timeline, is in the end of 2023. So that is why it makes no sense whatsoever to pump the token here. I mean, we are seeing it right now. It's getting a little bit sold off. There's plenty of room to come back. Maybe it takes a couple of days or weeks to come back. But the game, the name of the game is patience, right? There's a reason why I called this channel like this. There's always another chance. Nothing did. You would see the performance of the Omi token from here to here. If you would have been in the beginning of this and you missed this pump, you would be like, oh my god, it's the last chance, I need to get some Omi, and then you could have gotten in way better, right? And then it's like, oh my god, last chance to buy Omi, you can get in better. So it's always like this, and if you are patient, you can take advantage of all of these chances here, right? So yeah, I think that's the name of the game. Right now, obviously, we are in a situation where we are looking at some whale games here. We are going to closely observe this. We are also going to see how deep it retraces. But sitting on a little bit of Omi compared to others, I do not feel the necessity. Let's see if that portal comes out now. We still haven't received the link, guys. So maybe we should tweet at them to when portal link, because live stream demands it. Where is it? Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's go like here. At Ecomi, when portal link. Oh, I think they just posted it. There we go. There we go. Omi token portal. So the site will probably be overrun right now. So let's take a look for ourselves here. Missed the whole thing, just joined, no problem. We are going to take a better look than the video anyways here. How would you guys rate it compared to your expectations from 1 to 10? If 5 is expectations met, I would say a solid 5, because there was not too much new news. We did expect all of this, and actually maybe it was even a little bit under-delivered in the sense that we didn't get timelines. But I really don't think 40k is so high for a higher staking tier. I only have 400k Omi, which is not much, and I only need it to get to about 3 cents for that tier. True. So this is the reason. 3 cents is not a lot compared to what is going to come. So there are people with hundreds of millions of Omi. That's true, but we also have only a couple of people in Omi compared. Like there are only a few wallet holders which significant amount, or even with above 1 million of Omi. There are not a lot. So in the next bull run, when people FOMO into Omi, we are going to see those obviously take profits, but it's not unrealistic to see a couple of cents then in the next bull run with exchange listings and so on. There are even people with billions, to add this to Duken Kuva's comment. Let's see. So we don't need to go over what the fuck is Omi. So let's find our path here through the stuff. Get started here. So what do we want to see? Let's open here in a new tab, Crypto to Gem, because this is the one that is coming. Okay, can I please get to the site? Okay, here we go. So Crypto to Gem is the one that is, according to the roadmap, very close. Let's see what Crypto to Gem will bring. And this is the one where Energy says that is bullish for Veve collectibles, not so much for the Omi token in the first place. So key implementation of the Omi Utility Program comes with the introduction of gem purchases with cryptocurrencies excluding Omi. So in that first update, Omi will still not get utility because you cannot buy gems with that Omi. So the ones that we are talking about are USDC stablecoin, which is a big deal because there are a lot of people that are using stablecoins instead of fiat to sit on the sidelines, so they could just basically connect their wallet and then buy gems using USDC. I hope there are no big limits for that. And then we have ETH and BTC as an example. So there will be probably other cryptocurrencies as well, but not Omi. And this is important. They didn't highlight this. It is also the starting point for the Omi to gem pool, which will gradually accrue gems through a range of OUP functions. So I get that this will be a liquidity pool to then enable to trade gems into Omi and Omi back into gems outside of, basically through a provider in that pool. And by being a pool, it's probably not that Ecomi in itself will be an exchange. So this is going to be interesting as well. So the gems in this pool can be purchased with Omi tokens when this feature is available. Again, this will stretch out into 2023 in my opinion. We are going to check from time to time how Omi is reacting, and as you can see, we have a pretty nasty drop here from all the way down in the last hours of 14%, obviously still significantly up in comparison to our accumulation zone, but way to go. When a user purchases gems using crypto, up to 2.8% of the transaction value will be contributed to the Omi to gem pool. So when a user purchases gems using crypto, there will be this transaction fee. The question is, will there be part of this crypto being subtracted in the transaction, or do you have to cover the transaction fee with fiat or with stablecoin or with Omi, or what is it? Any Omi token spent on those gems will be permanently removed from. Okay, so it could be that this fee is only subtracted by the Omi that you have in your layer 2 wallet, and every time it will just drain out of this the buyer's fee or the transaction fee and remove it from circulating supply, which is big, because then basically means you need to have Omi to pay your transactions. Let me know if you guys disagree with this, or do you think it's going to be fiat? The Omi to gem pool gives holders a way to participate in drops and exclusive artwork auctions using their Omi tokens. So it's really to enable Omi tokens. So service provider fee 1% times the value, 2% Omi gems created, and then crypto to gem total fee 3%. Let's see the example. The user purchases 100 gems using USDC stablecoin. The user pays 103 USDC because of the 3% here, and receives 100 gems. This, by the way, is going to be cheaper, way cheaper than using a credit card on the Omi portal on the web app, and is going to be cheaper, obviously, than the Apple Store. So 1% USDC covers the transaction cost, so it will be deducted from what you're using, and 2% gems are added to the Omi to gem pool. So basically, you are buying 102 gems, and you are allocating these 2 gems to the Omi to gem pool. So then they are going to put $1 million in gems into that pool. So the crypto to gem feature is expected to be the first OUP function to be implemented, and as such, the balance of the Omi to gem pool will begin accruing as soon as it is publicly available. You can track the progress of its development here. So this could be, let's get to this link. This should be okay, that's the development roadmap. We are going to take a look at this. Right after that, we are going to go through that first thing that is going to come here. And guys, let me know what you think about this, because I think crypto to NFT is basically the biggest catalyst that we've seen so far for the Veve NFTs. So instead of bringing the Veve NFTs to exchanges that have the crypto, we are bringing the crypto to the Veve exchange, let's say. Ecomi will be also seeding in the Omi to gem pool with 1 million gems, which token holders will be able to access when the Omi to gem feature is live, further contributing to reducing the circulating supply. From that point on, the Omi to gem pool is primarily funded through crypto to gem transactions and supplemented by gem seller fees in the OUP. 100% of these fees result in Omi tokens being permanently burned from why I'm hiding a little bit of the text here, by the way. I think let's get this over here. Why don't you say something, guys? Why don't you say something? This should be better. 100% of these fees will result in Omi tokens being permanently burned from the circulating supply. So this is good because the mechanic will burn all the time from this supply. Okay, so let's get this out of the way here. So gem purchases. We have the reserve, which goes into the vault. Gem purchases contribute into the transfer of Omi tokens from reserve to vault wallet that we had already. And the crypto pay-in now triggers the same effect as if you are using fiat. So guys, are you still there? Because I don't am I offline or something? Because I don't see anyone in the chat anymore. Or have you given up already on Ecomi at this point in time? Let me just verify this here, so I'm not talking to myself. That would be good. Seems like I'm not talking to myself, but somehow everyone is just out of energy. Some whale just crushed the Omi price following OUP announced. Yeah, of course, it's buy the rumor, sell the news scheme. As we look, we are dipping. Look at this volume. Yes, you are offline. Thank you, Energy. Let me just get this a little bit in here again. Look at this massive volume, red volume coming in here. They tried this down here as well. So we have a 15% retracement already. So yeah, everyone that FOMO'd into the token during the video took the train to Wrecked City. This is obviously pretty bad for experience for those people. But we have talked about this beforehand, so everyone who is subscribed and watched my channel knew already that this could be happening, and we will just accompany this a little more. So yeah, this, in my opinion, this is good news. This is very good news with the Omi to NFT, crypto to NFT. Why you are so negative? This is the thing. I'm not negative. I'm just not so bullish in the short term because I know that the stuff, all of this, what has been presented, we know this since a year and we make videos about it since a year. I'm not negative. I'm extremely bullish on Ecomi, on the Veve NFTs, especially on crypto pay-in, but we knew that this would be happening and we've covered it since a longer time. So I expected a little more timeline on, because when they said they would put out the development roadmap, I expected that they say waiting list end of the year, crypto pay-in beginning of 23. Let's say staking tier 1 staking 1st of March, I don't know. And even if they breach these timelines, that they give a little bit of the timelines. But if we're looking at the development roadmap, guys, this is sorry, I need to move this a little bit. You cannot tell me that this is bullish. You cannot tell me that you expected nothing more than this. So, am I fudding my own investment? No, I'm just point blank telling you that I had exactly that expectation that we are getting a finalized article. I love that it's in form of a portal where stuff is being updated and they hopefully let us know when it is. Here's the development pathway. And they said that, look, this is the most far progressed one that we have so far. Waitlist drop system. This is something that we are waiting for a lot of time, and it's actually not an Omi related feature, as someone in the chat pointed out a couple of minutes ago. The waiting list system is a Veve related feature. The crypto to gem is the only, that's why I covered it now in detail, is the only thing that is somehow Omi related, although as we have read here, it will be happening excluding Omi in the beginning. So even that, which is coming by the end of the year, beginning of next year, somewhat around that, is not affecting Omi. Everything that is affecting Omi is in the beginning stages of the OUP progress. The buy Omi on the web app is the only thing that is a little bit further progressed, which is a good thing because there's more time for each and every one of us to accumulate more Omi. However, it also means that Omi will be without utility for at least another 3, 4, or 5 months, which doesn't justify any major price action, right? And this is why I am that's not the one that I needed here. This is why I am more sounding negative. It's not negativity. I'm just dealing with the stuff each and every day. And we have talked about all of it. We knew all of this would be coming, and we have no new information. Omi to NFT is coming somewhere. And if this is something that comes in the beginning of the next year, then this is something that is coming in the end of next year, right? From the progress. This is always subject to change. Omi to accessory, which is cool, by the way. They didn't mention this. Omi to accessory, that you buy accessories with Omi, is coming somewhat in the end of next year, according to this list. Burn reward points somewhere next year. Buy Omi on web app. If this is this year and this is beginning of next year, then this is the middle towards Q3 of 2023. Then Omi to spot wallet, end of next year. P2P Omi to accessory, end of next year. P2P Omi to NFT, end of next year. P2P Omi to ticket, end of next year. Omi staking wallet, end of next year. OUP staking, end of next year. Silver gold tickets, end of next year. Bronze tickets, end of next year. You get the idea. This is why I say we basically had no new announcements today, despite that crypto to gem is coming in the end of the year, and that we are now having a roadmap without, it's not even percentages in this roadmap. Then we have the OUP development path, and I understand this stuff is, I'm not complaining. I expected the timeline to be this, I'm not complaining at all, because I will be DCAing the whole year until it's coming. They are burning 5 billion Omis. Yes, CryptoBeast is saying they are burning 5 million Omi. That's true, but this Omi has never been traded on the circulating side. It was in the measurements of the circulating supply because it was in the business development wallet, but it was never on an exchange. CryptoBeast also says, I think end of next year is a bit long. Omi to gem wouldn't take so long. Cash out, I want to remind you, Omi cash out, as we have it today, was announced in the beginning of 2021 and came out in the second quarter of in the middle of 2022. From the announcement of cash out to really implementing cash out, it took them over a year. And I get why. And I also get why this list is as it is. Because no one wants to have the rollout of insane features during a bear market. They want to have the rollout of these features exactly before the next halving occurs and before the next bull run is on. They want to be bull run ready because they are sitting on big bags as well, guys. not only our profits are here at stake. They want that the exchange listings and the Omi futures are coming, rolling in the end of 2023 into the spring of 2024. We are getting a Veveverse demo though, which also can spark price action, right? But from what we see here, I mean, Reese made it very clear that we are not. Why is my screen so funny here? Okay. Reese made it very clear that we are not getting more than these two things by the end of the year. And these are not Ecomi related, right? So I expect to be able to accumulate more at very low prices. And with very low prices, I mean pre-pump prices, 0.001312, something like that. Could I be wrong? Totally. I could be totally wrong. And next week, they already implement staking, right? But I don't believe it. It looks like they aiming for the end of the bear market with the most of it. Yeah, right. That's what I meant. Energy says it here. They already said waitlist is ready to go. Why is it not filled yet? That's a good question, right? Why is it not filled? Because they are not going to roll it out just yet. They are going to roll it out they said something is coming by Christmas. I don't remember what it is, but something is coming by Christmas. So we have the November will be drops. Anaheim. Then there will be a lot of people probably with the attention off until Christmas because of the World Cup. Vitimon says, PhD, I never got the impression you are negative or fudding your investment. Folks who are disappointed you are not more animated should relax. We got this. 100% agree, and thank you for pointing this out. I just really don't want to come across as someone who's spreading negativity. I think this is all great, and I have patience and time. But the expectation that this is the ultimate reversal here, right? Is just not. To me, it's just not so realistic, you know. So if I go, yeah, to me, this is just not. It's just not realistic that this is the end, you know. I mean, I could be wrong, right? But yeah, we all have to wait and see. More patience is needed in order to see this stuff. What else do we have here, guys? Oh yeah, MCP1 phase 1 will be the one that is coming by Christmas. So this is interesting because MCP1 will be falling very close to CryptoPay, which means that all the bigger whales that want to stock up could use their crypto then also for the MCP. Although, again, right, Alex Gonzalez is in the chat. I hope this is the right one. Hey Alex, what's going on? Don't buy Omi, sell the news. Energy says it, Alex. We continuously buy Omi. Wait, but Dan said crypto to gem comes this month. I don't know, but MCP1, that's the thing. That's a big thing to the end of the year. Patience until 2025. So what? If we were, let's say we're just sitting on our, I can wait for until 2025 to make life-changing or wife-changing, not for me, but for some of you, money until 2025. I have that patience. It doesn't need to be a Doge, Floki, Shiba Inu, Baby Doge whale pump tomorrow. I have that patience. But 2025, this is going to be a grinding time, right? So Alex says, sell the news. I hope you are the real Alex. Please confirm. That is pretty funny. I thought I'll be rich in 2023. Kaleidobob says, well, it's not out of the question. It could happen, right? depends all on which cryptos you are invested in, or if you're all in Omi. We broke MA30. That's not so easy to dump, bro. On the weekly. Did we close? I mean, did we break and close? I'm excited for MCP instead of OUP. Energy says, yeah, me too. Energy, by the way, is a pretty, let's say, big whale here, in the collectibles. So he is excited for MCP. Wife changing, Sven says. What am I going to tell my wife? This depends. I mean, I'm not saying that you have to. I'm just saying that some might. My only question, how Vivi gonna explain all this to normal person who entered the Vivi app just buying gems with card and have zero tech knowledge. I think the whole Omi side and the staking is first of all for everything that has already a mindset for crypto, and we have to see that over the next years there's a whole generation that is growing up with this coming in. And these will be in jobs, these will be employed, these will have money. The second one is that we can see here on the roadmap that we will have buy Omi on web app. And this will be, in my opinion, a very easy way to buy Omi from front. And everyone who is able to use the web app will be able to just buy Omi in the web app. And then it will be already a layer 2 Omi that you can stake. So I think this will be nothing else than buying gems, only that you can, via fiat on-ramp, buy Omi tokens directly within the Vivi web app as a normal user. And that was always a strong factor of Vivi to provide an easy front end for a complex technology. I think in the end, it looks very complex for us that are digging into the projects, but the normal retail user doesn't care about crypto pay-in. As you said, they do not have the technology knowledge, so they don't care. They know the web app already. They are KYC, so at least that they have to do. They will then only see a field with Omi and buy Omi now button, and then they will put in their credit card if they do not have a wallet connection for for stablecoin or crypto. So I think this will not be a barrier for them, because the stuff that we are looking at, we are the 0.5% people that are looking at the stuff. I don't know how many people are right now in the chat. For some reason I cannot see it, or in the stream. But this is what we are looking at. You cannot think that someone that is using only the Vivi front end is interested in all of the stuff that we are looking at. What else? Vitamin says, if you want to see us, now a lot of people are talking here in the chat. Let me see that I don't miss any questions and stuff. My only question, how Vivi gonna explain, okay, that I've answered basically. If you want to see a scenario, look at Doge chart from last March, April, crazy spike from Elon tweeting, Doge does nothing. You think Omi can spike like that with an actual utility and major IP? I think yes. I think it can. Vitimon says it's a no-brainer. Goodix says, I actually love to see the staking program rather late to get that staking rank and reward as high as possible initially. Maybe by then one doesn't need to stake tens of millions of Omi. Exactly, because if Omi slowly rises in anticipation, and I hope this type here of increase, this type here of increase is not anything positive, right? This type is not sustainable. We want to see it like it was crawling down here. We want to see it crawling up into the next bull run, to then be able to explode from a higher level there, right? So that's at least my take on it. So I 100% agree with you. I also like the idea that it's not coming instantly. What else? Crypto to gem before Omi to gem so that more liquidity comes to Veve from other projects instead of liquidity moving from Omi to Veve. Clever. True, very true. And the other side is, I think you touched a point here, which is Veve is the backbone of Ecomi right now. Projects like Epico Regal don't matter at all. So Veve is the backbone of Ecomi. So we want to see the backbone of Ecomi grow, and then the effect translates to Ecomi. So if CryptoPay and if the collectibles do well, the backbone Ecomi is growing. If the collectibles do well, it will attract more degenerates, and it also will attract more collectors. Although I know that David, you and Afrikaan somehow have this idea of low collectible prices. I think in the NFT space, some collectibles that are just outrageously high valued are very important for a project. So once this is happening, the backbone Ecomi is thriving. This will translate, the backbone Veve is thriving. This will translate into the Ecomi token as well. SHIB is 1% up on these news. Crypto to jam before Omi. Okay, I had that. We need Elon in Veve. No, actually, there is a speculation video of me with SpaceX, because David Yu is a huge SpaceX fan, and I'm speculating that they actually know each other already, because David Yu is also not a small light in the industry anymore, talking to CZ and stuff. There could be a reason interested guy like Elon could be talking actually to David Yu from time to time, just occasionally or at an event or whatever. Are you familiar with the tax situation regarding staking? If so, do you think you could do a vid on that for your German audience as well? Actually, I could, but I'd rather prefer to come on a channel of a German YouTuber that also invites tax experts. So really have that only for the people that are interested in that. You should check out the channel of Captain Veve, because he is talking to some tax experts, and he already had them on the podcast. So you should really check that one out. And staking is not a problem anymore. So there has been actually a tax update that you are not getting additional holding times in Germany of your crypto. But talk to Captain Veve on Twitter. Ask him to do another tax update. Maybe I will hop onto that stream again as well in German, and then we are going to figure that out. Elon has destroyed Twitter. I don't know about that, because it's too early to judge if he has destroyed something or not. Omi to NFT is for crypto people that don't want fiat, and that's a trend, Crypto Beast. So a lot of people don't want fiat, and there are good reasons for it. Because if I would have 1,000 euros under my pillow in Germany, my purchasing power is getting cut by 100 euros per year at the moment. 10.7% inflation. There are many reasons, like getting rid of the intransparent money and making every citizen transparent and stuff like that. So there is a lot of reasons to transition to a decentralized money system like Bitcoin, like other, also DeFi has its legitimacy in my opinion. Advertisers are fleeing from where? From YouTube? Yeah, that we see in our ad revenue. 96 people in the chat, crazy stuff. Guys, please do me a favor. A lot of people, maybe even record breaking for my channel. So please guys, make sure to drop a like on this one. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Please support me on my journey. I would really appreciate that. Like is, as some people say, the least you can do. Is absolutely free. You will help me. It takes a second out of your day. So please hammer that like into the video if you enjoy it so far. The list of advertisers fleeing Twitter is pretty long. I think we will have to see a balance of this in the end. Actually, I don't care as long as Twitter is still a place to be for our crypto community. Wanting to sell some Omi. Pasternak, yeah, well, you are in good company here with all the other whales that are at the moment selling Omi. It's smart buy. If you want to invest in Omi, there is a level of research needing to be done. Folks that just want to buy collectibles with their credit card can do that today and don't need to understand Omi. Arcade collectors here, welcome to the stream. Arcade collectors, sir. Yes, sir. Let me know what you're up to. Are you more bullish on the collectibles? I don't understand the progress of this roadmap or the number of people in the Veve. Let me just jump to the roadmap so that we all know what he is talking about. Or the number of people in the Veve team versus the millions of dollars that they earn with the drops from the beginning. I love the project. I got Omi and Veve NFTs, but I don't understand their focus on delivering drops and don't focus, give better user experience in the app with the NFTs already buying. I think there is a reason for them focusing on the drop side, and that is to onboard more and more licensors, because I think a lot of capacities are bound to fulfill the needs and wishes of licensors like Disney and the sub-licenses of the Marvel comics and so on, to provide drop experience many times per week. So look at, for example, at other NFT projects. They are not dropping 4 or 5 times per week. Veve is, and a lot of these drops are selling out even throughout the bear market. So there are a lot of resources bound to make this whole system running with more and more drops. And if we are looking at Immutascan, we can see that we have, after every drop, an increase in user wallets. And that is something that we want to see, because it means that the drops are contributing to the growth of the entire system. And we can see that, yes, we gain and lose bot wallets. These are the spikes at Immutascan. But overall, we are gaining wallets that are holding the collectibles and that are afterwards active. For that, you can watch the statistic YouTubers like, for example, Veve Fox. So I think the focus is on being able to win. And David, you said that he was like saying he signed 2 new big licensors. There is no reason whatsoever to put the user experience in front of the possibility to onboarding new licensors and fulfilling their needs by using resources and capacities, if you can do it just afterwards when you find the time. I would also, every company, if you are, I'm working in sales, I would always prioritize winning a new customer over improving the experience for the existing customers, just to extend the business, right? But in the end, you are right. They should work on this, and they said they are coming out with some pretty good improvements for us, which includes the search bar, the waitlist drop system, MCP number 1, which will make the app more fun. And in the end, the only thing that I'm really missing in all of the roadmaps is the focus on social media integration into Veve, because I think it's crucial to a project to have a chat, not only posting what you're listing on the market, but really to have a so-called in-game chat within your app, so that people are really using the stuff within Veve. But let's take one final look at the staking tiers and perks on this website, if I find it. Staking rewards, the staking tiers and fast tracking. Let's go with this one. Okay, now I lost this side, but it doesn't matter. So let's guys take a look at what we are getting by staking Omi, because ultimately we are going to get the Omi pump. Oh, we have Ecomi in the chat. Welcome to the stream, Ecomi. Nice to see you here. Great show so far. The Veveverse will open up social interactions. Great. Guys, you heard the guys. Veveverse will open up social interactions. So the app, I would still like, if I can give this recommendation to you guys, Ecomi, I would still recommend to have somewhat like a chat feature where you can shoot someone a message if it's not too complicated within the mobile app. Because here's my reasoning for this. The mobile app is the extension for really mass adoption. Because, for example, I am on the road so much. I am 5% of my time on the day in the Veve web app and 95% on my smartphone. And if I could quickly talk to, for example, Energy by opening a chat within the Veve app and shoot him a message where he gets a pop-up notification from Veve, if you are following each other maybe, then this would help a lot, for me at least. I think that would be great, because then they would spend more time within the app, and you don't have to go out of the app and go to Twitter and then send a message and so on. Just a suggestion, I could be completely wrong, but I think this could be interesting. So let's take a look here on the staking tiers. As we have seen, the staking tiers are getting really big in dollar values. So you are starting out with 2,500, which at this point in time would be, I think, around 1.5 million Omi to get that. Ecomi says, completely agree with you. Then let's get it, let's bring it. But overall, guys, thank you so much for that update. I know that rolling out these features is not a thing of 1 or 2 days. You probably have seen me complaining a little bit of about the roadmap here, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I think this should have a little bit more information if you could. But overall, I think you're all doing a great job. I think you're bringing a lot of fun and enjoyment to the community. I think you're breaching a lot of felt timelines, but this is the Patient Hodler channel, and we are very patiently watching the progress of Omi, and we are hoping to thrive and with you all together, and that we as the YouTubers, whoever is working on content creation, and also all the guys that you are seeing in the chat right now that are contributing here, I hope that we'll all win together and that we can all bring value to the overall, it's not a project anymore, to the enterprise, let's say. Thank you for joining the stream, Ecomi team, whoever it is behind. So yeah, let's get to the staking tiers again. So obviously 40,000 right now, to have 40,000 right now would not be feasible for a lot of people. But you cannot be stressed out about this, because first of all, if the price retraces and you're DCAing into it, and you're imagining a bull run where we are 10xing, 20xing, 30xing or so, you will be able to get to these dollar values just by holding your bag. So if you're really intending to get to those staking tiers with the perks, then we are, I think everyone who has over 1 million Omi tokens can eventually get lifted up by the others that are staking into those tiers, because you have to see that the whales that are staking first and removing this Omi and purchasing this Omi and getting the Omi over there, they are going to diminish the circulating supply, and over time you will be able to fulfill the next staking tier, unless you want to take that profit and sell something off, and someone else is going to buy it from you and stake into those tiers to get the staking reward. So let's see where I can get the perks here. So I hope that's that is the staking rewards in tickets. Where can I find the perks here on the site though? Let's see. Crypto to gem, Omi to gem, Omi to NFT. Where can I get the perks? Can't wait. I can wait until 2025 or more, so we chill. Yeah, we are chilling and stacking, guys. Can someone tell me where I get the perks that Reese showed? Staking quick reference, development roadmap. Is it in the text? Burn reward points. I have no idea where I can find the perks. Up next, staking reward. So it was there. Okay. I mean the tier perks. Like if I'm in tier 5, yearly staking rewards. OUP staking yearly rewards. So these are the rewards in tickets and in collectibles. Staking progress bonus, and then I'm in the end. So I wanted to see the ones with tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. If a staker was tier 2 at the end of the season 3, but was tier 4 at the end of 4, end of year snapshot, they are counted as tier 4 for the yearly rewards. Okay, so you get a yearly reward according to that table. So these are the season rewards, but I want to see the one where it says if you are in the, or check out the staking quick reference guide. Maybe it's that one. Okay, quick reference. Let's go. Yeah. Okay. That's it. That's it, guys. Thank you, man. Thanks a lot. So no tier. You are not going to get, if you are no tier, you're not going to get the yearly rewards and the season end rewards. So whenever season ends, it seems we are getting rewards. OUP trading fees are 2.5%, so no fees, no values, nothing. The only perks that you have still is to purchase the bronze tickets, which I find very interesting because you can, basically it's a little pay to win, but you cannot get an edge over everyone with this, and you are burning each dollar. So if you buy this bronze ticket for $1, that dollar amount of Omi gets burned. And make no mistake, at this point in time, I think $1 is 1,000 Omis, right? Yeah. 0.001 something, so a little bit less than 1,000 Omis per dollar would be burned at the if I buy 10-20 tickets. For me it's easy, but overall it's accumulating burns. That is pretty bullish. So these tickets are going to add some serious effects. So we have the token flow. Okay, but this is okay, here we go. I can pass through this by using the arrow. Tier 1, let's go. So tier 1 gives you a common in the end of each season and a yearly reward common that you only get by staking. So I'm for sure going to stake, because this staking reward I can get. So I'm for sure getting this one. And we are getting a tier specific badge, which I need for flexing. You get a 0.5% Omi to gem discount. So our fees have lowered by 1% here apparently. But we are also getting a discount when getting the gems. We are already getting renting collectibles within that low tier. That is very, very interesting, guys. We're getting renting collected. I don't know if I can zoom in on this, honestly. I hope you can see it on full screen. If you're on a smartphone, it could be a little bit too. I actually can, it seems. So I hope you can see it better in that. Can I get rid of the cookies? Okay. So what's now? Reloading. Okay. Okay. So this should be bigger now for you so you can read it. So we are getting renting collectibles. The premium market listings we also get already with the first tier. So everyone gets a lot of these perks that were previously, if I'm not getting this wrong, it was previously tier 3. earn burn reward points means we can, I hope, does that mean that we can burn collectibles, earn burn reward points already in tier 1? Because then I'm for sure getting this. Because I really want to see how that is. Time on our side. Strong foundations are made in a bear market. The bull market is when your hard work pays off. Yes, the bull market is when it pays off, when we take profits, when we stack powder for the next one. Evening all. Good evening, Anand, one Kenobi. Energy, where do you think Omi will go in 2025? Energy, that question is for you. So now we are in staking tier 2, and we will get, if we can do this, pull this off, we get an uncommon in the end of the season, and an uncommon as a yearly reward. We get a lot of tickets as well, and our buyer fee drops. Let's see what the perks are here. It also takes, by the way, 15 days to unlock, or if we fast track it, we would burn 500,000 Omi at this point in time, a little bit less. Tier specific NFT badge for flexing, 1% gem discount. Renting collectibles is within. Okay, so now we see all the perks plus the new ones per tier. So purchase bronze tickets with Omi. So with the other ones you can only purchase with fiat. These you can purchase with Omi. Earn burn reward points. Okay, so only purchasing bronze tickets with Omi is in there. Oh, Ecomi says anytime you burn Omi, like in a transaction, you will receive burn reward points. You can redeem these for fast tracking, bronze tickets, and anything else that we add over time. Oh, that's great. So by using Omi in any way, you are accumulating these points then, because you are basically burning some Omi in everything you do. And then you can reuse them and put them with a specific utility to use. Okay, I like that idea. Thanks for clarifying. No price prediction on my side, but I will have tier 5 for sure. You heard the man. So there's one more guy that is going to go in the highest tier. At Hold Orok, it's quite bearish short term. We will go back down to 0.0012 region. How much Omi is level 5? Level 5 is $40,000 worth of Omi. So if Omi were to go to $1, you would only need 40,000 Omi to stake in that tier, which obviously might take time to get there. Or take even the Kavalish $10 Omi to make the math. But yeah. Let's see what we get then in tier 3. Oh, actually, it seems that we do not have new perks here with the tiers. So renting collectibles is always in there. It seems that they haven't included all of the perks that were in there before. Let's see. Number 4. Yeah, it seems that per tier, it's only an example sheet, because I cannot see burning collectibles anymore here. Yeah, the only thing that changes is the Omi to gem discount fee. So we and the fees, the tickets and stuff like that, but the perks like extended AR functionalities that I remember, the burning collectible perks and stuff like that. Hey Komi, if you are still here in my live chat, is this something that has been left out intentionally to add this further when you're rolling out, or have those perks been removed from the tiers? Or did you forget to include them in the tiers, in these tier banners? Or was it something like, it's just an example for the tiers, we're not done yet? 40,000. The OUP is quite bearish short term, you're saying. No, OUP is not bearish at all. It's just not coming out in the short term. Basically, we're not going to see any OUP related features if I'm getting this development roadmap right. Ecomi says, sorry, which perks are you referring to? The previous OUP article showed staking tiers 1, 2, and 3, and the tiers 2 and 3 had additional perks that we are not seeing here. So at these perks here down below, we are always seeing like tier specific NFT badge, Omi to gem discounts, premium market listing, purchase bronze ticket with Omi, and earn burn reward points. But the previous article had perks like being able to burn collectibles 4 points, so that I can burn a comic, for example, and earn points. It had extended AR functionalities in staking tier 3. Renting collectibles was in tier 3 and not included in 1 or 2, I believe. There were I think there were other there were the one with displaying low mint numbers on the side of your collectibles in tier 2 or 3 to be able to flex better in showrooms. So these were really nice, really nice perks. I would be very sad if they are not included anymore. There were a lot of these things that I cannot find here anymore. Yeah, I cannot see them anymore, because if this is this what we are looking for is tier 5, and they basically have only the discounts. So it would be cool to see these in either additional tiers or added to the tiers or added to these banners, so that we know if they still exist, because some of the mechanics that we have basically theorized about are also based on this. Ecomi says burning collectibles for points is more from the MCP extended AR functionality. Likely make it back in when those options are available. Okay, so we are potentially having this more on the MCP side, and then we are adding it in on the Ecomi side once it's rolled out on the MCP side. Burning collectibles for points is more from the MCP extended AR functionality okay. Burning collectibles for points is more from the MCP. Now I get it. It's more from the MCP. Extended AR functionality will likely make it back in when those options are ready. Okay, understood. Oh, so this also means that staking tiers can get additional perks over time if you are implementing these functionalities. Renting collectibles will make it back in as well when we get closer to it. However, this may be open to all based on community feedback. Yeah, right now you have renting collectibles in every staking tier except the first, as it seems. Yeah, so this is the zero, the non-staking. So for now you have it in everything of these. Hold Orek is asking, why is Omi dumping hard if we have good news? Because they are the Whales are pumping the token, or have pumped the token during the excitement, and then by the announcement sell the announcement, or by the rumor sell the announcement. This was expected, and it's always like this. Ecomi confirms this and says, Hold Orek crypto always buys the rumor and sells the news. Nothing to be scared of. It's just not good, as we said on this channel before, to FOMO into every super green candle. Sometimes playing the waiting game can pay off quite a bit. Don't get wrecked. Always have something on the sidelines to buy back in when things are coming back. VivaVault is community king. I agree. VivaVault is grinding hard and getting a lot of content out there. And he's always there to help other content creators to get their stuff, like me fixing the live chat that they're using right now there on the top. So Ecomi adds low mint numbers and displays will be part of the Viviverse, and we'll have an entire utility plan for that too, which will tie into staking tier. Great. That's super awesome to hear. I really love this. That we are not losing these perks, but instead they are coming in different phases of the program. Thank you for clarifying this. And by the way, thank you for taking the time to hang out here with us and answering some of these questions. That is really cool. Patient Dawdler, what's your first name? Just curious, as I've never heard. My first name is Raphael, or Raphael with PH, by the way, which is funny right now that I'm saying it, Patient Toddler. But yeah, that's my first name. But you can always call me Patient Toddler. No worries there. What are the fundings for Omi to gem? Why no burn from the used Omi? The Omi to gem, you mean the Omi to gem pool, Sita? I think, I mean, Ecomi is here. They can clarify this, but as far as I've understood this, there must be a liquidity of basically dollars and Omi tokens to be able to trade back and forth in such a liquidity pool, or in this Omi pool. But maybe Ecomi can clarify on this a little bit more. Ecomi is the project is, the company is putting in $1 million for the beginning. I mean, if there was nothing in and you would cash out that way to crypto, then probably there would be a bigger problem. We got a £5 donation from Anand1 Kenobi. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the donation. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate each and everyone's time, that you are such a long time with me. We are in the stream 2.5 hours. These streams are getting really long lately, so I really appreciate this, guys, that you are hanging out here with us and see Ecomi doing Ecomi things and discussing everything that we have learned so far here about the staking tiers and the roadmap. So actually this is interesting because it's said here that the OUP staking and stuff like that is going to go in fast track and early unstake, so breakage fee is going into burns. But actually, if it populates the reserve wallet, it is outside of circulating supply. I'm not going to complain. Just wanting to point out that whenever we fill up the reserve wallet, it needs additional gem transfers within the Veve app secondary or primary market to actually put this Omi into the burn wallet. So it's basically a double burn mechanic in that sense. So yeah, are you gonna sell when Omi back to all-time high? I might take some profits, but I'm definitely not going to sell most of my bag, because all-time high is 1.3%. I think in the long term, way more is possible. I think only one exchange announcement like Binance is going to completely bring Ecomi to new all-time highs, and this will happen eventually. We are seeding the pool with 1 million gems, says Ecomi right now. This is Ecomi statement. We are seeding the pool with 1 million gems. Crypto Pay-in will feed it, and OUP seller fees will supplement it for now. Once we get into the Viveverse and can open utilities up, there will be more. So I hope that answers your question. I think that's overall everything of this is a very complex system, and it's very thought out. So as you can see, guys, there are a lot of mechanics that need to be supported and a lot of things to be thought through, and even with regulations, that all of these steps violate regulations that then puts the whole project in jeopardy. So if it takes more time, my Ecomi friends over there, from the team, then we are not sad as long as we don't get our project destroyed and our investment destroyed by the SEC. We're fine with waiting a little bit longer. I hope most of you agree with you, or with me. Yeah, but if Binance is announced, won't it be like a pump and dump by the rumor, sell the news? It's not about the announcement, it's about the millions of people that are able to purchase Ecomi. Obviously, there will be a spike and a retracement, but with each exchange where we get onto, there is hundreds of thousands and millions of people that can purchase some Ecomi, and these people will learn about the project either way. So either they get into Veve and they know about Ecomi and then see, okay, I can purchase it now on my exchange, or they see that Ecomi is pumping and get into Ecomi and then discover Veve via that way. So exchange listings, you see it with all big cryptocurrencies that are out there. The moment they were listed on big exchanges, they pumped hard, they retraced hard, but they never came so far down as before those exchange listings. So they help a lot, in my opinion. Will Omi reach $1? What price would you say it could achieve? Thanks, bro, for a stream. So this is a very interesting question, and Ecomi in itself cannot ask that in the chat. But I think considering the burn mechanics that we see here left and right, it's possible. It depends on so many factors. The whole channel basically goes around the question: what is possible, what is not possible, with all the changing information. So let's just bring this into 2 to 3 minutes. Why this question is so difficult to answer. The first one is, how will let's zoom out to the most macro perspective that it gets. How will the world develop? Will the health crisis come back? Will it end? Will cracked supply chains be in order? In which time? How will the war situations develop? Will we enter a global recession or not? Will the European Central Bank, the Federal Reserve, and so on, the Fed, how will they act with rate hikes? Will they break the biggest economy that we have? Will China implode with the real estate economy? So these are all questions that we need to answer to know where the broader investment markets are going. And then if we know these questions or the answer to these questions, we can answer where the crypto market as a whole is going. Besides thriving because of new technology, it's still being bounced around by these macro factors. We have seen that more than 3-4 times already, that big events cause big crashes or pumps within the crypto market. And then in this crypto market, we have the Omi token that not only depends on the overall crypto market, but also on all these fundamentals that we have here. But as we said already, crypto, especially altcoins, especially the mid-cap ones, are risk-on assets. And the playbook of investors is always to liquidate risk-on assets if there is a crisis looming. And if you look back on the past 20, 30, 40 years, no crisis has been looking that grim as the one that we're facing right now. Obviously, we had the dot-com bubble, we had the financial crisis, and only then Bitcoin was born. Basically, during that financial crisis, the subprime crisis in the US. So to answer your question, can Omi go to $1? Yes, sure, it can. If we have crazy burns, we get all the functionalities, a lot of people are adopting the token, maybe there's an ecosystem that is being built on the token, we can get way past this. Let's say if we are lurking around in the bear market at these prices for another 1.5 years or 1 year, we'll have insane burns, the reserve wallet will be factually gone, stuff like that. However, don't expect it. Do not build your life's expectation on Ecomi going to $1, because it could also go to 0. We are at 000 or two zeros behind the dot right now, but don't expect this to be your only play, right? this is not financial advice, everything of this not, but include Ecomi into this broader picture, and then also don't forget on the way up to take your profits. But we are going to talk about this in broader detail once we're back in the bull market on this channel. I'm just saying that these are all factors that you should consider when investing in the Ecomi token, when aping into the Ecomi token. So I hope that answers your question, Abdullah. People mixing OUP and MCP together, so many noobs, but time to get them educated. Well, actually, OUP and MCP are somewhat tied together, as they ultimately play in the same system of being able to participate in drops and get reward out of the drops, right? If there's still the stuff with the raffle tickets, which comes from either MCP or OUP, you are basically participating in the same system from two sides, from the crypto side and from the collectible side. And One Kenobi says, in Reese we trust. Yeah, actually, I still have to see that Reese makes his first appearance here on my channel. I hope that we get this done, and hope that he can save up some banger announcement for that one. I just bought FF5 SR comic, feeling good. How much did you have to spend on this one, Anand? What's Ecomi's thought on Omi price? What is achievable? Is $1 a joke to them? What price do they visualize possibly? I mean, if you are still here, guys from Ecomi, then feel free to answer that. I think I've answered a lot of this in broader detail right now without giving a clear yes or no, because it's impossible. It will be impossible to Ecomi to know the future. But if you want to have to do that statement, then please feel free to go ahead and give some hopium here in the chat. Pump and correction, that is how a bear market behaves, and long time periods of bouncing around the bottom. Then it will slowly turn into a bull market, and then the fun begins. Completely agree with you. I couldn't have said that better. I think that that is Ecomi says, when Reese. I actually have to talk to him about this. So yeah, I hope still this year, maybe beginning of next year. You can put that. You know what? When Reese, I will put it on a roadmap like this and put like a quarter-filled circle around it, and then I will say that's when. Yeah. So. No, obviously I've already talked one time to Reese because of some reasons about for the band people that are out there. So Ecomi says, we don't speculate here, friends. You all know that. I figured that this would be the answer. Obviously they can't, even if they wanted to, and I bet in their coffee area at the Ecomi headquarters, there are a lot of talks about what the red circle can do and can't do. But obviously, for speculation, you are subscribed to my channel, and I'm honored and flattered that Ecomi is spending the time here, Ecomi channel, after their video to bring some answers here to the roadmap. Anand says, I find Veve more fun to hold on and own, so find it hard to divert funds into Omi. Okay. Old Oryx says Ape. Yup. Looks almost like safe agile methodology. I don't know what that is, Vitimon. Let us know. Ecomi is heading out and says, enjoy the weekend, fam. We have to jump to the next one. Thank you for passing by, stopping by, Ecomi team. Have fun in visiting the other streams that are going right now, and thank you so much for giving us the heads up here. And I think this could be also a very good finishing move here for this stream, because we are almost 3 hours in here. I'm not intending to do a Randy stream here, so Sita's giving us some red circles. Drop some circles in the chat. I have all in one, Omi and NFT and Veve. I'm also invested actually more in Veve collectibles than in the Omi token. But overall, just to sum this up, I think that was a cool update. We have this page now to go through and create a ton of content to educate people on Ecomi and Veve and to give our thoughts. And we are going to follow price action. And by the way, let's not forget, here we are with a big red candle from top to bottom. Actually, we dumped and took out some purchase orders here with 20% sell-off, guys. So I think we are going to see some pretty harsh retracement. I'm obviously not here to tap myself on the back for saying that beforehand, last week's video, today's stream, but you know, who cares? I'm going to tap myself on the back. That's why I subscribed to this channel, and yeah, we called it here, and we are going to follow obviously the price movement and see what's happening next. And then I will let you know about every move that I'm making. Can we expect your next video to be walking in the snow in the fields after you had time to digest all of this? You cannot expect it to be snowy, but you can expect field and outside in nature. And by the way, for everyone that is still here, in round about a month, I will be traveling and you will get some very fresh and new scenarios for a longer time. So this will be amazing. I will do a lot of videos in these new scenarios for you guys. We are going to talk in 1 month and a bit from these new scenarios about everything, like also stuff around around investing, around mindset, book recommendations, whatever stuff that I think is very important to do. And what better time do we have than a grinding bear market to educate ourselves and bring out a lot of this stuff. So if you until I'm traveling, I will ask a couple of more of the people that I hadn't on my stream to really dive into the topics here. So I'm going to do that as well. Omi the Clown is joining in the last minute. Hello, Omi the Clown. How are you doing? Great to see you here. DT Lars says, here's my forecast for Omi. Not TA, just my conservative opinion based on research, experience, and gut feeling. 2022, 0.0015, so 1.5 cents, then 2.5 cents, then 5 cents, 14 cents, and 25 cents. So over probably each year. So this is his forecast. I think this gradual growth over the years you can forget because of the crypto cycles. You will probably see 1 or 2 years with high prices and then the dump back down. DT Lars says, thanks for your great work. Thank you for stopping by and giving me your time. Good stream, always love watching your video. Thank you, Tito. Thanks for the breakdown. Thank you, Thanu. ESN goes down. Why? Because of buy the rumor, sell the news. Blockchain Comics says FA girlfriend in the back. True, because she was sitting here on the couch for like 3 hours hoping that I end the stream. Now she had to go to either drink water or something like that because or to pee. Who knows? But FA girlfriend on the stream is only almost true. She has passed behind 1 or 2 times. But yeah, need to do a lot of research. It was a lot of stuff. We'll be watching many videos to get full grab of what was released today. At Ian, buy the rumor, sell the news. Correct what Omi the Clown says. Zombie Attack News says, then you are hopefully subscribed to my channel because we are going to obviously rework all of this stuff in some even better graphics and some other some videos and streams. I've been holding for a while. Let's wait some more, says ESN. No other strategy will I play than holding and see what's going on. See you in chat or in the next stream, PH. Energy heading out. See you as well. So, guys, I will end it here today. We had a very great stream. I thank you all for stopping by. So I'm going to make this to bring this up here. Guys, thanks a lot. We had over 100 people here today. We had Ecomi here today answering a lot of questions. We had a great update. We have called the pump and dump that is playing out right now. We have done a nice little warm up. Please, on your way out, smash up the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Tap the bell to always get notified whenever I start live streams, and select all that you really get the notification. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me in Veve. Follow all the other great guys in the Veve fam, like Veve Vault. Who else is left over? So Superstar Money and Omi Daily Burn, and who else? I'm not going to name them all. You'll find them on this news website. And with that said, guys, wherever you are on the world, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon, and see you in the next live stream. Don't get wrecked in the pump and dump, and see you.